Leaving Barovia, we stopped at Amphale on the way to Waterdeep to drink, gamble, and learn. Is that what that says? Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Daryl went to bed, Joy got wasted, while Cedar and Ghost and pals exchanged questions with a nice old mercenary who told them of the new authoritarian government. He told us everyone wears gray as of recent, except the two guard variants, green and red. The red ones are assholes, apparently. Cedar left to try fruitlessly to go win over the goth horses, while Ghost, Meph, and Miggle gambled. The group made its way into Waterdeep to find that in the short time Daryl was gone, his agency had already gone out of business, and his assistant
Not quite true.
And his assistant Bonnie took a payout. With no place for Daryl to call home, the group followed his lead to the Blue Angel. And what the fuck did I write there? And
got a little confusing.
And run or
favorite?
What do you?
What do you think? Okay, anywhere? And
no, right here. The Blue Angel. I think I said an inn. Where
yes.
Oh yeah.
It's really bar hot.
So that makes sense.
Where he was told his target, Thog, had gone down the well in the middle of the bar. Close inspection revealed that there was some sort of layer of darkness.
Should have just zoned of truth, that asshole.
Yeah.
That's true.
Close inspection revealed there was some sort of layer of darkness, reminiscent of a portal at the bottom of the well, through which we all descended. Falling into the cavern, we discovered an underdark city, occupied by dwarves, elves, and even constructs, as well as an odd green flaming skull sentry thingy.
Best part, when I tried to drunkenly connect with Daryl and he wouldn't let me into his room, a metaphor for not letting him into his heart, you know?
So you
I'm
you
a sleight
entered
of hand
this
of
bar
13.
Jesus.
labeled only by a sign with a frothy mug of ale. It's like half head on the in the mug of ale. To meet a room full of a strange variety of creatures. It's certainly the strangest tavern you've ever encountered. Dozens of monsters crowd around small tables, the din of many loud conversations making it ironically harder to hold one. The smell of spilled wine and ale assaults you as you enter. You had gone to the bar and interrogated the skeleton who Daryl could communicate with via a tongues spell.
Skeleton.
The skeleton didn't give you much information, but you're in a bar full of people. So, what would you like to do?
Should we just ask people if they see?
When we left
I
off...
can do a really dick move.
Do it.
What
do
are you
it.
doing?
Cast Detect Magic.
Nah, that's...
Interesting.
Is that considered invasive of people's privacy?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It's like TSA agent comes with.
I imagine that.
I remember
that detect magic is pretty subtle as far as outward signs go. Because
Well,
it
especially
just modifies how
if I like sit down at a bar and like read a book for 10 minutes and then it just happens.
You just gotta turn the pages every minute, okay?
And also just talk to yourself.
I remember the skeleton pointing us towards the table of orcs that were sitting.
Yeah.
That's right. There's a table surrounded by orcs.
Yeah, we
in
talked
the
to
room.
we talked to the skeleton, asked about the orc.
Well, we were just looking for an orc. We just said we're looking for an orc, and he just pointed at us as orcs. I don't think the skeleton really, got the full intention of the question.
Yeah.
Let's be racist and go over them and ask if they know dogs.
I agree.
Anybody know Orcish?
I know Undercommon.
Just run up to them and go, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, I speak great Chinese. Ching Chong.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I have something I can do. So tongues allows me to speak and have them understand.
Well, you'd already cast it.
Right, and that was for the skeletons.
Oh, you have to cast it to a specific language? I forgot.
It's third level spell for...
Yeah.
Maybe some orcs
But I do have a first level ritual spell called Comprehend Languages, where I can just listen.
I love that.
Oh, I was going to ask about comprehend languages. Yeah,
I think, actually...
So if there's a spot open near the orcs, I'd like to sit down and read my book for 10 minutes and then cast Comprehend Language and just kind of listen for as long as the spell lasts.
Who's the smooth skin reading next to us?
The spell lasts for an hour.
Cool.
So I could.
That's a lot of conversation.
This could be a colossal fucking waste of time.
Hey, when I'm in a bar, there's never any waste
to
of
cast
time.
it, right? It takes 10 minutes to cast it.
10 minutes per ritual.
Yeah.
Well, 10 minutes plus cast time.
Which is an action. So,
Okay, so
10 minutes and 6 seconds.
Half of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
Before I start
No, it doesn't kill you.
10-minute ritual, is there a seat that I can take that's like
There's a square table,
Okay.
sort of catty corner to the table with the orcs at it. You could sit with your back to them, kind of turn your head and sit weird in your chair.
I'm gonna take a page out of my notebook and write in big, obnoxious, blocky letters, Thog. And I'm just gonna have that sit, and then I'm gonna do my 10-minute ritual.
Okay.
Does the 10 minutes happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bar swirls around you.
Can I sit down in front of Daryl? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just start just binge drinking in front of him while he does his thing.
All right.
Daryl,
You mean regular drinking?
I'm very focused on my notebook and then not paying you much.
Good. We cut to a shot from Daryl's point of view. He's holding a book. It's time-lapse page flipping.
And there's just
and then every time you glance up,
like-
Joy is in
there's just like
water falling.
like there's some light somewhere in the bar, and there on the table in front of me is just a reflection of all the crazy colors he has on him. You know, it looks like a
there's a little
kaleidoscope
spilled
almost.
alcohol on the table that's
Yeah.
like reflecting this craziness, but it's like vibrating a lot because you're time lapsing.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to do anything while Daryl is reading,
We should
binge
talk-
drinking?
We should talk
gambling?
about our party name.
Oh.
We didn't really finish that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, I don't know. I'm a little. I admit, for one of my kind, this feels a little selfish. But in thinking of something personal, I thought of this name that has a catchy rhyme to it. The Todd Squad, if you will.
Cedar and the
This is based
Cedettes.
off of a fucking joke, isn't it?
A little bit. Well, that wasn't a joke.
That was an honest mistake, I think, on
Yes.
Jack's
The
part.
guy,
That was.
the big bad vampire is Strahd von Zarovich, and so we've met him once, and he can change and make himself look like people, and so he made himself kind of look like Strahd and say, "My name is Todd."
Because he forgot the
His
name.
brother.
His long lost
I think
brother.
you were like super
Todd.
baked at that one.
No, it was really just like they were just like, "What is your name?" And I was just like, "Shit, okay." I was like, "Shit, okay."
Todd.
I was like, "Shit, okay." What's a white guy name? Todd. And then I was like, "What's a name that sounds like it would be in D&D?" Von Zarovich. Wait, shit. And then,
I love that party name though. It's a great
That's a
idea.
good
Okay, we're
No
locked
problems.
in. Todd Squad.
Todd Squad.
Cha-ching.
Official.
It's official.
The 10 minutes is up.
Yeah.
I'm
so
gonna
the
have
10 minutes
have
fast.
Buckley jump up on the table, like put his front paws and his big sniffy nose on the
Kind of
table.
ears are drooping off
Yeah.
to the side.
I'm gonna put the thog note in his mouth, and then he's gonna go place it on their table. Hopefully they can read.
Interesting.
So the orcs,
Not all of them.
as your spell kicks in and as you're
Part of the
gathering up the
education
paper to
system.
give
Yeah.
to Buckley, the orcs seem to be finishing up a long story that's been told to much merriment and ruckus among them. The orc telling the story slaps the other one on the side and goes, and then you know what I did. And the other orcs, what you do? What? Tell me. And the first orc turns and says, I stuck my axe through his fucking head! Slams his beard down onto the table, sort of all of the other glasses on the table jump a
These
full
guys
foot.
might know thog.
I've got something here.
As soon as Buckley arrives, sort of sadly sort of places it on the table, sort of gives them a little sad, like Basset Hound look,
And then gets away quickly.
and then turns and sort of trots away. Does he go right back to the table, to your table?
No, I'm gonna have him like weave between some legs, and then I'll poof him out.
Okay. I think I don't know if you can like dismiss him and undismiss him. I thought he sticked
As-
around all the time.
As an action, I can send him back to his.
Oh, okay. But then it takes an hour.
Banished.
and
No,
another
like
cast, right?
only when he gets.
Only when he
has
dies.
The
one hit
Basset Hound
point,
got
and if
snapped.
He loses that
That's
hit
right.
point, then it takes an hour to bring him back.
Gotcha, cool. See, Buckley
dissolves.
disappears into a sea of people's legs and chair legs, and his ears kind of flopping
They hit
up and
things.
down as
Yeah.
as he kind of trots away and then vanishes behind the table. The orcs sort of look at each other, conversation
Fucking
cease,
love casting spells.
and one of the orcs sort of slides the paper over to him, turning it around. Sort of crumpled in places. The thog was crumpled before you wrote thog,
Yeah.
so the thog is a little like weird lettering. But sort of look at each other. One of them says, Do you think they're referring to that one? And then the big one who's telling the story says, probably, yeah. I mean, that's the only one that they ever hear about anyways. That asshole, fuck that guy. The other three sort of join into the shit talking on Thog, tell sort of stories that you're not sure if they're true about Thog when facing down an enormous dragon peed his pants as he was slaying it. There's another one with.
So he's relatable, but still badass.
Question: would a dragon wear pants like this?
Half around the butt.
Yeah, I'd say.
With a tail hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with Max.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks otherwise, just
up to like mid stomach area.
If it's wearing a sweater, then yeah, it's up to here.
Okay, well, yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
The other stories talks about Thog invading the cave network full of gnolls, slaying them all, but then somehow getting seduced by the last female gnoll inside the cavern.
Who can blame him?
Classic Thog.
And it seems like these three don't really like this gentleman named Thog. That your note has sent them into conversation about. The note's been brushed off the table as they tell this story, and they've completely forgotten about where it came from.
Okay.
Are they speaking in Orcish or Common?
Would you be able to tell? I mean, they're speaking in a language you don't understand.
Okay.
Do any of you speak Undercommon?
I do.
Huh. Then you understand most of the conversations happening in the room.
Okay.
A fair few are happening in strange languages. If you'd like to examine the room, I can give you a little more detail.
Okay, I'll examine that.
Oh, wait, I know Undercommon too.
The fuck?
Damn it.
Undercommon.
I like to think that some of your past
is for
adventures
cave.
involve the Underdark
Yeah.
in slight ways.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with some of the creatures in this place. Anybody want to roll perception?
I will.
Yes. Yeah.
Those of you.
I speak gnome or.
You know what I just realized? The undercommon.
Blessed be these dice.
Stole the concept of the
Oh.
undercommon. Fucking
19.
Gregor the Overlander.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry,
exactly
what
what
do
it
you
is.
19. He got a
That's
natural.
probably took
French.
There's another table surrounded by 7 short goblins. They all sit in specifically designed booster seats, allowing them to get their small faces up above the table. They're sort of still neck height on the table.
They're
They
so
seem to be
cute.
having a good time.
When I see them, I start just laughing hysterically to cover it. And I want to make a character that I do think they're like adorably hilarious.
Make I don't know, performance checks.
Make
Oh
it-
yeah,
make a
I got
cute check.
I got some performance.
You got performance.
You a
up
charisma boy.
ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sort of burst out laughing at the sight of these adorable little booster seats, but quickly disguise it into a cough. Some other things you see, other monstrous creatures you've only ever seen in the pits of a dungeon or marauding small towns on the edges of civilization. They're enormous bear-like creatures, some other people, humans, elves as well, who look of mundane origin, don't look like, a monstrous human or anything. There are the dark-skinned elves, which I'd say, Meph, you recognize as Drow, having had some experience with the Underdark in your past.
Mm-hmm.
Another note is there are, across the room, 4 creatures with long tentacles that grow out of their faces.
Nice.
And they
Oh,
sit silently at a table. They're passing their cups through their tentacles to sort of slowly sip at their drink. The stories from behind you, Daryl, are growing far and away more outlandish.
The orcs, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
the
Well, I got
orcs.
an hour, and I'm sure I'll pick up a joke or two.
So yeah, these stories, it's mostly at the deprecating Thog, at the expense of his dignity.
I'm hoping they just let slip, like, hey, do you know where he is?
I'd like to go up to the table.
The orcs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because he can,
Yeah.
he's got the undercommon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in Undercommon. I heard you were talking about Thog.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I know. He got told by some human to jump down a well, and he did it without even pay or anything.
What?
Yeah.
They all burst out laughing. Oh my god, that's the funniest shit I've fucking heard! Tell us more, friend, sit! They sort of arm wrestle you into a chair next to them.
You gotta start making up stuff.
I know.
Farro's watching all this go on. He's just gonna pop the cap and start drinking.
Hey, join the party.
That's smoother than the average swill you've been drinking since you've been on the road.
Oh, thank God.
It actually tastes like alcohol.
What was those? What are those razor beak things called?
Razor beaks?
Rocks?
Rock? No, not rocks. Actually, yeah, I'll use a
Axe
rock.
beaks?
Yeah, axe beaks.
Oh, axe beaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
axe beaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
One time he was fighting the axe beak. His axe broke in half. He didn't even pick up the axe head. He tried to beat it to death with the handle.
An idiot.
I know.
They're sort of confused a little bit by this. They think they all sit there in silence after your story finishes. And then slowly it kind of begins to dawn on them that he could have just picked up the axe handle and still hurt something. You are a good storyteller, friend. How do you know so much about Thor?
Well, we've seen him around sometimes, and we're actually looking for him right now to rub it in his face.
Oh, I'd love to do that. One of them stands up, let's, and then sort of begins to slowly teeter as he's drunk and stood up way too fast.
In there.
Do you guys happen to know where he is?
Sort of midway through the fall, one turns to the other, but then falls in an enormous clatter. And the other two sitting burst out into laughter. Your question lost in the din of the scene that the other one just caused. You can ask it again if you want.
Where is Thog? We need to rub this in his face.
I don't know. I think he hangs out in Waterdeep. Bastard.
That's right. Okay.
Only orc in Waterdeep, I think.
Yeah, well, we were just up there looking for him earlier. They said he was down here.
He wouldn't come down here. He knows he's not welcome.
Well, have you heard any rumors about him being down here, or anywhere he might hang out if he is ever down here?
Sort of thinks for a second. I think there's a bar full of humans down by the docks. He seems to love them so much, he might as well hang out with them.
Thank you. Now, I'll leave you guys to your drinking.
You sort of look at their empty beers, sort of hang their heads.
I snap over a skeleton bartender.
Gaston?
That's one.
Skeleton with a napkin draped over his arm. No, it's just a normal skeleton. Sort of slouching a little bit. It sort of looks like it's like a little shorter than the other skeleton that's running the place, sort of like looking at you.
Drinks all around.
They don't really walk normally. They kind of have to
sound like
bounce from one
xylophones?
leg to the other. Yeah, there's sort of a slight clattering if you're in a quiet room, but the room's a little loud. He returns later with 5 of the ales, or 3 + 1, 4 of the ales that the orcs had been drinking. Guys, your drink cost 1 silver, and then you had already charged your gold.
You
and,
can't, because
you're 4 copper pieces.
Actually,
Oh,
that's
perfect.
Bit of chicken wing. All right, let's go.
So you, Mephistopheles, you, I'm assuming, return to your table.
Yeah.
Your friends. Daryl, you'd also overheard this conversation, but it's up to
and
you
then
whether to
now
share
that
that
I've done that,
information.
I'm gonna find like it on the outside of this bar. If there's like a little bench, I'll go sit on that.
Yeah. There's a long bench against one of the walls.
Okay.
Sort of a little away from the action.
Just don't like bars. Just don't like
It's too
don't like
loud.
the hustle and the bustle. I'll do some work, but when I'm done, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think we have a lead on where Thog is.
Oh, we do?
Yes. I was sitting there with the table of orcs, and they were talking about how there's a human bar down by the docks that he might purvey since he loves humans so much.
Interesting.
That would be interesting, especially since, not to be racist against you guys, but humans tend to dislike orcs as far as I've seen. But
don't worry, I'm not in the room.
He's not in the room. None of us are human.
I'm half human.
Yeah, I'm the only human in the group. So.
Who are humans racist against, though, right, guys?
Hey.
Those idiots. They don't even have dark vision.
I haven't thought about it.
He's old fashioned. Come on.
He's old.
Very traditional.
He can be
Very
like
traditional.
he can be like my uncle. Years as a sheriff and dealing with there's a lot of economic factors, but he got a little racist. I mean more than a little, but
more an uncomfortable amount of racism.
Yeah.
He shuts down barbecues. That's what he does.
Oof. Too
Too
real.
soon.
Oh.
Too soon, 5 May.
Do we know where these docks are, Meph?
I believe we go towards the water, as where all
No
docks
way.
are.
I cast Detect Dock.
Come on.
10 million.
That is an
foot
8th
range.
level spell and it requires a
Well, a
10,000 GP focal diamond.
Yeah.
It requires a dock
You have to
as
swallow.
material.
Farro
model
flips the
ship.
bottle of alcohol, holding it by the neck, and contemplates risking it all for a second.
Oh no. You get like Vietnam flashbacks of rage cages in the bar.
He stops. He just takes a drink. Oh no, he's contemplating bashing over Meph's head for the joke. I feel like you should have asked him where the dock is.
Well, I mean, as we entered, we know the nicer buildings lead towards the docks because they're more maintained, more seen, stuff like that. So we just got to go towards the nicer buildings.
I mean, I imagine there's
Fair
a
enough.
finite amount of bars on the docks,
D20
And a finite amount of docks on the docks as well.
as well. Yes. Unless they have a really high level spell
Stay
giving
there.
them
I cannot
infinite
stretch.
docks, but that would be
I want to
something
pass
else.
Dimension dock.
So, are you guys leaving the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure to pick up Daryl sitting on the bench as we leave.
He's like,
go,
we're
buddy."
leaving? Yeah?
Where we go?
Not that excited. Way less excited.
It's just him and
Buck-
if Buckley's around, probably has his head on your lap, just sort of standing there.
Scratching his ears, yeah.
That's his game, is he just sort of slowly walks up and puts his head next to your hand.
Yeah, he's a slow sloop.
He's like, come on.
Yeah.
He's like nudging your hand. Come on.
But just like real slowly. He just doesn't, he's not a fast moving animal.
No, he's
Buckley.
not. No, he's
The fastest he goes is kind of like a lazy loop.
he's sleepy. He's
Yeah.
just perma sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys leaving?
Yeah.
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 I'd like to.
Bar number 4 now?
Bar number 4.
This is bar number.
This guy's, can I just say, this has been the best adventure
Oh, yeah,
ever.
this is 3 we just left.
We just left 3.
We just left 3.
That's how he's like.
There was the one with the well that
We had the sleeping dragon.
So that was
Yeah.
one.
We had many-
And
Yeah, then we had-
the skeleton one, which is 2.
No, we had the blue angel where we jumped into the well.
Yeah, and that's 1.
No, we had the sleeping dragon one on the way in with had the giant
so
lights and
1,
everything.
2, 3.
Adam's
then
entire
we're going to 4
campaign
right
We're
now.
going to 4 right now. Okay.
It's just non-stop bars.
Dungeons and bar crawls.
Were the persuasive signs something you did, or was that in the book?
No, that was me. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I love it.
I was just thinking, because in where I grew up, there's a lot of those weird roadside attraction things that have like signs every 5 miles for like the first 100 miles.
Oh god.
Like tabletop casino. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
20 signs.
they're just like, yeah, and then more signs go in the other direction too.
They missed us. Come
You
back.
missed it, please.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't escape.
Dimension road.
Like I
You think you're going
legitimately
insane.
thought an encounter was gonna start where like that was like a trick to like get us into a death house.
I actually thought that.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a
I was
good way
ready.
to get us in.
It's like,
I was
the
actually
GM
hoping
is subtly
that was,
hinting for me to go in via neon
I
signs
know.
pointing into this.
Wait, yeah.
I don't know, guys, maybe we should
Turns out
follow
there's
it.
a sphere of annihilation in the foyer. And you
It's like
die.
the video game equivalent, just having a big arrow on an area, just go there.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of a compass in the game.
Yeah.
That's true.
You exit out into the city, and you're immediately stunned by all of the lights. Some strings of them crisscross every alley and walkway, of which there are a multitude in this sort of rabbit warren of the city.
It's like
The different strings of lights are lit via different means. Some As you pass some, the acrid smell of smoke fills your nostrils. Others can give off a pleasing variety of colors, some even shifting through patterns of reds, greens, and blues, suspended not by string or by twine, but floating in the air.
So we're in the equivalent of an Ola.
A string of slowly you sort of begin to recognize a pattern in these lights. A string of solid red lights leads up to the top of the cavern, zigzagging its way back and forth as it climbs up the sloping side of the cavern. And a string of green lights you can see running parallel to the docks further down below you in the city. A string of blinking yellow lights plunge into a long hallway that leads off the cavern to your left. And there are more, but they provide some sort of small semblance of order into this chaotic city.
Well, at least we know where the dock is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of built on a slope, so pretty much everywhere you can see down to where the water is at the bottom of this cave. Sort of think of the cave as a big sphere with half of it sort of built up against the wall of houses and buildings.
How high up the slope?
It's like
almost all the way up to where the wall curves back on itself. There are sort of strangely shaped buildings.
Up there.
Oh yeah.
So it's like South San Francisco.
You're about 100.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're sort of maybe 200-300 feet above the surface of the water. Stairs lead your way down that are sort of lit by this one string of red lights that you can see sort of cropping up between various
If we're talking South San Francisco, let's say Potrero Hill.
Yeah, where you're like standing on top of you really see.
So like how far into the bay does this cave go? Does it go to Oakland or is it like back?
Well, there's some tubes that lead off of this cave.
Okay.
And they're not lit by any light that you can see, so it seems like but it seems like the water's flowing from one tube into the other and just sort of pooled in this cave. They're enormous tubes, big enough to sail a ship down, and as you can see, there are
So
several.
would it be fun to swim in?
You see a magical wagon pass by with dirt on the side. Dark
Let's go do a thing real quick.
Dark down under rapid transit system.
Rapid transit
Great
system.
ooze.
You're walking down, an enormous explosion rattles all of the buildings around you.
Whoa! I take cover.
You look.
I look around. Do people seem startled by this?
Oh yeah, it's very much.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
it was normal.
holding on to
Normal.
holding on to poles. There are people on their knees, knocked to their knees by this explosion.
I fall rolling down the hill. It's Peter Griffin on the stairs.
Grab onto a rickety railing to keep your balance, and you look over to your right, and you can see just a stack of, or sort of a column of smoke beginning to rise from several buildings that are near the wall of the cave. They're just peeking over the tips of these buildings is a semicircle of what looks like utter blackness, sucking in the light from the flames that are rising, illuminating that half of the cavern.
Check this out, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
I'm ready towards it.
I mean, this is an evil town. Do we really need to help them?
Hey, that's what being a paladin's all about.
They haven't done anything
Mephistopheles.
They haven't done anything
evil
wrong.
to us.
Yeah.
I guess.
To them, we're just as evil as they are. So.
Yeah.
You hear screams echoing around the cavern,
Oh, that's not
bouncing off the hard ceiling and walls.
Ah, fuck.
I'm ready
And you're
towards it.
suddenly joined on the street by a flood of creatures, all streaming down towards the docks. You can see further down, loading onto boats, some pushing away, piled with people. They're just trying to get away from the flames as quickly as they can.
Oh shit. Oh, big fire in a cave is a really bad situation.
Oh shit.
Like, cause like oxygen and stuff.
Oh fuck.
And
But there's tunnels.
There's tunnels.
Yeah.
How about the tunnels?
Like, are we trying to be firemen or are we trying to boogie nights?
Is there one of those floating skulls nearby?
No, you don't see one momentarily. The streets are now incredibly crowded with hundreds of thousands of creatures
I don't know.
of all
Usually
types.
Are there-
Sort of standing like a
everyone's
rock
trying
in
to
a
run away.
stream
It's
as
a
they're
good
flowing
idea
around
to
you.
run away.
Is there any particularly
We can fight, guys.
I mean, we're
in-
badass as fuck.
in the crowd that's running away? Are there any particularly like mercenary
are we about to be
warrior-looking
heroes?
people that are still running towards the dock?
I'm down
Or is
with
it all
you.
just kind of civilian?
Probably.
Alright, let's go be heroes.
Like anyone who looks like they can handle themselves in a fight.
Yeah, we're
are
trying
they-
to figure out if they're made
Yeah,
from
yeah.
monsters or
Daryl
like
helps
something
out.
that's about to blow up
They're
and
like,
kill us.
yeah, you see several sort of swashbuckling halflings. They've got big curved swords that are almost as long.
Swords.
That are almost as tall as they are. But these sort of group of them, they're all linking arms so they don't get knocked over by the sea of people. And they're rushing down as quickly as they can. Probably some crew on some ship or adventurers like yourselves.
Yeah, so even the adventure people don't want to go over and figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Might not be something
let's-
we fight, unfortunately.
I mean, we are more than just adventurers.
With another ear-shattering boom, the wall of the cave
Shit.
begins to split open, splitting an enormous crack in the wall. It stretches above the tops of the burning buildings.
Fuck.
Goodbye, Waterdeep.
The light of the flames pierces through to another cave beyond the crack. And as soon as it happens, the enormous skull that hangs above the harbor turns to look towards this crack. With a loud creaking, it opens its mouth and lets out a cacophonous moan that just echoes through the cavern, shakes your bones. Sort of low, rumbling.
I like this, guys. I don't feel too good.
Small flashes of light illuminate the side of the cavern where this crack has just split open. You do see a few people sort of picking their way through the sea of people heading towards this crack, looking for maybe curious, maybe with a death wish, or maybe adventurers like yourselves who think
I feel like we
their
should
way
run.
Let's get in there.
All right.
We're getting
Tonight
in there?
We
Once
dine
more
in
to
hell.
Intelligent thing to do.
Wait, we're
Uh,
going in there?
I realize we're not actually going to arrive at the next bar, so I start drinking again.
Wait,
Running while drinking.
what are we doing? Are we getting out? Are we?
We're getting out or are we going in?
You know what?
Oh, I thought we were going
if
in.
we know anything about Tog, he's going towards this kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Pissing his pants the whole
I
time.
just hope this is like Hurricane Katrina, but
Running
we're just
with
gonna-
this
we're
axe
something we can
handle.
fight and we die.
Oh no, we really are in New Orleans.
We need you two and Green Day to save us.
Bono, please. Where are you?
So we're going in,
This
yeah?
was-
Oh, I
That's
hope
what
not.
I'm getting.
Yeah.
That
Vibe
was
I'm getting.
that was just a
Boss.
joke earlier. I didn't realize I was being
Dungeon
serious about New
Master.
Orleans.
Farro takes another swig
Shit.
of his liquor, puts it in his bag,
Dungeon Master.
and starts heading that
I
way.
am casting a first level spell on myself.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Expeditious Retreat.
Oh god. But you can retreat towards the enemy though.
No, it means I have 60 feet of movement right now. I can basically bonus action dash like a rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, guess
yeah,
what?
I-
Haste.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay. It's just a race.
Every spellcaster in this group casts haste on Farro.
I mean,
Haste is like
No
3
one knows
times
where he
as
is
fast.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, haste
Because
is
it's
like
like
fast as
action,
fuck,
haste,
boy.
Like
action,
halfway
bonus
across the
action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
It's like
I will
just
outrun you.
retreat a
In X-Men,
concentration?
that scene where Quicksilver like just slows everything down.
Oh yeah, that's what
Well,
I
no,
always
but,
picture
like-
it.
That's Farro Evenwood with haste.
I imagine some serious shit's gonna happen in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, it is.
So 10-minute spell so that I can run fast.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say haste until I see it, but I am probably gonna haste because I'm ready.
Well, once we see something crawling. its
Yeah,
way
exactly.
through, yeah.
So you're making your way towards the crack?
I'm gonna before that though I'm gonna cast haste on myself and
Okay.
then I'm going to
Are
get.
we all just hasting right
I'm
now?
an
Oh, no,
haste.
but I'm doing it for a different reason though. I'm gonna try to get the people that are going towards the light and try to like push them away, and like tell them to go to the boats.
Oh, instead of going towards
Yeah.
the crack. Okay. So yeah, you run up to the sort of half orc. He's got a battle axe slung over his shoulder.
Or should
sort
we
of
let them fight?
I was gonna say
lightly
that
padded armor.
you should go after the ones with the weapons. You should let them say, but anyone like civilian.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
just-
look for people that are weaker
Oh,
and
okay.
tell them to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Not orcs or anything. Like if they're
Yeah.
small, I'm gonna tell them
Yeah.
to go back to the
So you
boats.
see like a little gap in the Russian people. As it starts to thin out, you notice a small halfling. He's got
I'm sure she'd be down.
really nothing on him. He's got a little belt. And his pants seem to be like a little too big and saggy. He's holding up a fistful of them with his hand. And he's sort of picking his way through the running bipedal creatures that are coming at him. Do you go up to him?
Yeah, I'm gonna just sort of block the way and say, no, go to the boats. You can't handle this.
What language do you say to him?
Undercommon.
Oh yeah. He sort of looks up at you, cowers a little bit, turns around and runs the other way.
I
Going too
kind of
fast.
You can't handle this.
Actually, tell you what, persuasion check
Ooh.
I kind of want a soapbox
or intimidation, depending on how you want to play it.
and like try to see
I'm
if
not
we can
gonna
muster as
intimidate
much
them.
men as possible to run towards. It's less work for us.
21.
No.
You
Can I just say I ready a haste
get
when
a
I see
group
a
of
first
people
enemy
to go
or something that
places.
seems to be aggressing?
Yeah.
Hold
Okay,
the
I'll go with
haste.
that.
Yeah.
Hold the haste, not ready yet.
Hold haste.
Catch a haste.
Cool. So I guess if you decide to do anything else, Joy, we'll treat it like a held spell for a wizard.
Okay.
Where if you decide to do something other than cast the spell, like take an action, then you would lose the spell as
Okay.
if you would cast it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
so
spend
no,
the
no,
spell
no.
slot, yeah.
Nice.
You would still expend it.
When you say action, you mean even moving? Like.
Sorry, no.
Like-
taking an action in combat, like swinging your sword. or
Oh,
something,
totally. Yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't cast
Then I'm okay with that
Yeah.
because I will haste once
Cool. So you're heading towards the crack in the wall. So
We're doing the
just
dangerous
pausing to
thing.
stop people from heading there if you think they look too weak.
And then I actually wanted to do the opposite. Muster those who look strong enough on the way over.
You look like you
Persuasion
can fight.
check is you grab an enormous sort of a gargantuan bear.
Yeah.
We always use a bear.
Oh my god.
He's a good 2 feet taller than you, a little right around Cedar's height.
We
And
need a
he's
response
just-
team.
He's just running real slow because he's a big,
Yeah.
very big guy. So persuasion check and intimidation or whatever you want.
Oh, no. That's not enough.
But you're very charismatic.
I am very charismatic. Oh yeah, that's a 15 because I have a plus 10.
Jesus Christ.
If you want to draw them, you get the dog again.
With a 15 you sort of looks over
Did
his
you hear what
shoulder.
happened?
No.
Oh,
Fuck you.
There's been an
And runs
explosion.
off.
Food fights at the massive explosion in the cave fire. All the people seem to run to the boats. I imagine like the wildlings, you
There's
know,
like a
That-
thing that's like.
Hard home.
The smell of bitch is strong in this city.
And there's
It's
a
broken all
They-
over again.
They don't even
there
defend the
seems to be
city.
another
What's wrong with
cavern
them?
Where something
There
is
are
either
some
breaking
people that are.
through Or
But
something,
not
there's
enough.
another crack forming.
In
s-
the wall.
big
Come on.
ass
I don't know.
holes
I
If
feel
you had
like
it-
we're lucky that we're not
If-
we're not fighting this
and we're
alone.
running
If you
in
give
general.
if you give every man a sword, no one wants to
I-
evade
I-
because they're going to be stabbed by all the civilians with swords.
Yeah, but
Everybody.
we're about to boogie nights, and
I
we
mean-
know fog. Wait,
As soon as you
I don't think
as soon as you
I
break
never
through the
played-
wall,
I learned.
Almost
I
like
you're just
learned
being stabbed by
Farro
literally
thinking
everyone,
about
even the
after
children.
that.
But
Come
like,
on.
did you also learn
The
that he's,
children?
like,
Yeah,
he's,
even
like,
the-
he's down to fight
Kiri.
dragons. He's down to fight.
Yeah.
So he might be there.
Oh, episode 25 if you love Kiri.
Hey.
I swear,
And
everywhere
also-
we go, they need a new ruler because they can't do anything right.
We're going
Well, what do you
towards
suggest
the
you
day.
do about that?
Alright.
Something, not now, but something.
Oh god, he's gonna roll the 9.
We're just talking about this while we're running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
Just chatting. Like
I'll
a
take the,
crazy toy stage, you're just chatting.
I'll take a perception check from anyone who would like to give me one.
I would love to give you a perception check.
Why not?
I got a 7.
13. I've
14.
been worse in my life.
Perception, you say.
Yep.
Spooky 20.
Not bad.
Ooh, fancy.
I need to remember
Oh, he's a-
I'm literally party face.
I see everything.
Because deception,
I also
intimidation,
have
and
a
persuasion are
spooky
all plus
20.
10.
With your spoopy 20s.
But also my passive is 23.
Oh.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wonderful.
Passive is better than active. So you try to focus on something, you will actually see less. You know, you have to not be paying attention.
Yeah, like I like to treat passive as if you're not
best-
actively
my
looking
best
for it. Yeah.
If you're actively
theoretical
looking,
is
even if
only
it's low,
5
you still
higher
take
than
it.
my
Yeah,
passive.
So it's like noticing versus searching.
Right, exactly. So as you're sort of running down the street, you're looking up to the right, sort of keeping your eye out for other enemies or anything like that, and I think you hear from a sort of square ahead of you as it begins to appear from around a corner. You can you hear the sound of what a battle, swords against swords, shouted orders in Undercommon, if you speak it, and sort of the screams of dying creatures.
that's getting nasty.
This,
I want to go
just
where
like
that's
my
happening.
homeland.
Go where?
Come around the corner, turn around.
Yeah,
Nope, never
nope.
mind.
Gotta be in the room where it happens.
Exactly. I want to be
Oh,
where the
there
people
where it
are.
The
happens.
party don't start till I walk in.
So how are you,
haven't seen that thing.
So as you get closer, you can see it's obvious through the gap in the buildings ahead of you that there's combat taking place in a large square.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
making room for the
How do
man.
you,
Square combat.
Ah, sorry, I'm pushing it further back.
So none of that hex combat.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
None of that.
Not
Yeah,
the
straight
octagon
grid.
either. Give me a nice square.
Adam, I'm loving this.
Oh,
nice big one.
it's pre-made.
It's happening.
He's
gosh.
prepared.
All right, there
Oh,
we
but
go.
this is so badass so far out. I love it.
So you're approaching here from this street.
I'm out of the way
how
for
do you
once.
how do you enter the square? Do you just kick in the
I'm gonna skulk a
kick
little
in the
bit.
figurative door?
Oh, Joey, how you
yeah.
changed.
I know. I wanna.
We're skulking.
Whoa.
A slight side of skulk right now.
What?
Oh yeah, so
What?
the sword technically broke, but it works because in our campaign, like I blew up my sword at one point when I got a new sword, so like it actually works perfectly.
What?
How did you blow
bad.
up your sword?
I just filled it through a bunch of holy energy and just like, hey Jack, can I just like fill it, like overfill it with all my slots so it just blows up?
Yeah.
Stab it.
Let's
in-
see what happens.
Stab it into
What
someone,
did I
then
kill?
overload
5,
it.
10.
It's like.
You feeling alright?
Yeah.
Jesus.
No,
Queasy.
A little too much.
No,
That's the
Oh,
purpose
yeah,
of an overload.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's
Can I
an
try
overload
something?
right there.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I still have like half a bagel.
So
That dice is not blessed.
How are you guys approaching this square here? Sorry,
Is there a door right here?
No, I just meant figurative door.
Oh, figurative door. Okay.
Is
Howard
there a
bashing
man of command that we can see?
I sort of want to run in.
What
do we see?
Depends on, I guess, how would you approach to investigate such a thing? Would you do it stealthily? Would you do it not stealthily?
Not
is the major
I
question.
think we
Not
I think we
stealthily.
ran in.
We ran in.
Yeah, we ran
Okay.
in.
Okay, never mind.
That works.
Usually we stealth, but
We
I feel like-
we ran in.
under
I feel like with
this-
the urgency, we ran in.
Yeah.
So you run into this square where the crack in the stone looms high above your head. The square is sort of built of or fashioned out of a gap between several buildings that are piled up against the stone wall of the cavern. It's sort of a natural opening in the area. There's several vendors' stalls full of fruit and vegetables. Some of them smashed on the ground, vegetables scattered.
Like, oh
God.
god!
I thought it was a two
I like how we all
so I
thought that
didn't do it.
I know.
simultaneously.
I was like,
First.
oh, do you want your cookie now? Or do you want me to put it in the jar for later?
Oh
No.
god.
Oh, here you are.
And so off to your right, it opens an enormous deep black circle, and it hangs above the ground, sort of rippling as though it were made of water, though it's complete and utter blackness.
Can I see through it?
No, even those of you whose gaze can pierce magical darkness,
Ha
you
ha!
cannot see into this particular circle. To be fair, the circle is sort of like it's sort of hanging like this above this section of
It's a fucking
ground.
portal.
That sounds like something that's brain
below
disordered.
this circle, standing in a tightly knit formation with their backs to it, fight about how many?
I cast daylight.
I was thinking
Blind
about
everyone.
I was thinking about it, but it's probably not a good idea.
6 dark elves, swords out, some with scimitars, and they're dripping blood. There's a series of dead creatures around them, humans, orcs, sort of varying races. There's also dead drow on the ground, a great number of them indeed. And
Damn drow. Always up to no good.
What are they fighting?
they're fighting a group of a more mixed race group. They seem to be just finishing off this one actually. As you watch.
Which ones look like civilians?
Yeah.
No.
There's actually, as you're watching right now, there's an old man. He has a stick, and he runs forward towards one of the drow.
No.
Who's clearly been trained in combat. He sort of neatly dodges the stick and then
Oh.
stabs his scimitar through the old
So the
man's
drow
stomach.
seem like the target here in order to stop whatever crazy shit's happening.
Do we? I feel like I don't know if either side's really the evil guys here. I'm not sure, but I guess they're attackers, so you know.
Hey,
And
why
I
not?
like that old man.
Why not just kill everyone?
So the
I feel
crack
like
is,
We're not
old
taking
man
any
with a
ideas from
stick
Mephistopheles.
did not come to start a fight. I
Yeah,
think he reacted
exactly.
to a fight.
Exactly, man.
Old man with a stick was improvising. So these guys had a plan, and this plan was to do this.
Yeah.
So this.
You know what?
shit
Yeah,
is
let's
cool.
go to. So I'm gonna guess. I guess that haste will activate now because I think we're gonna.
Cool. Yeah. There's.
I'm going in
aggressive
now.
Creatures.
But right after I do that, I'm also gonna cast a mirror image since that's not a concentration for some reason, and then.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, do it old-fashioned, get the drunk vision, and then I'm just going to charge in, I guess, at the one who just killed the old man.
I'm going to attempt to assassinate one of these
And
guys.
then
That's a lot of dice rolled.
Yeah.
I
Good.
will
Continue. yeah.
swing
We'll roll for initiative actually.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we can organize everything.
You know what? Though
I won't count the haste or the mirror image towards your action on this.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. Thanks. Yeah.
So once you start initiative.
I'll take it.
Should this 18 be for my initiative or?
Did you
We'll
roll
just
with
roll
advantage?
different times.
This die is blessed.
You can.
10.
My die is run out of
You
spell
can roll the
slots.
same one twice.
Jesus, man.
Okay.
You could also just bring it down here.
It's okay.
That's what happens with Vaxel down.
Fuck yeah. You're ready to get
What's your
in
plus
there.
though?
1.
Bruh.
It used to be a -1, but now I have
okay.
the shield.
It's gonna be really hard for me to get hit. I just realized because like mirror image basically gives
Yeah,
you
they
like
don't.
a
I think you have all
25%
4
chance
ranges.
of
Yeah, I
just
didn't
to get
update
hit.
this. There's actually, there's actually 10 creatures.
Oh,
10
better.
Oof.
armed drow standing about.
Even better.
Wow.
Can
In
I
case that
choose?
changes your
Nice
calculus.
fucking roll, dude.
Can I choose not to take my shield bonus and get a 0 on my initiative?
Oh god.
Well, I mean,
What?
yeah, if you want to go last, you can. I mean, you rolled a
Not
natural
too
1,
bad.
so you will be going last.
Jack got a
That's
natty
cool.
one.
I got a
I
plus
did.
1, so unless if any of them gets less than 2.
Oh no.
2 natty
Boy.
ones and a nat 20.
Yeah,
Incredible.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you get?
that one. Well, +2 is.
We're gonna have to wait a little bit to have
Hey,
some
nat
big boys on the field.
1.
That's fine.
Woo! Nat 1 party. Cool. I just did all the NPCs, sorry. I didn't want to pre-roll them, because it would seem like I was cheating in that case, I feel like. Joy, your initiative.
My initiative is 10.
10. Cedar.
3.
Oh, very sorry.
Cedar's
No,
got
I-
some stomach issues.
No, this is my throat gave out right when I tried to do the cedar voice, and so it just sounded really 3.
You had some
Mr.
bad beer in the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little-
Those mushrooms weren't.
Actually,
good,
no.
good
You
for
went into a 7-Eleven and got a coffee.
Dude.
No, you got one of those microwavable breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, were you gonna mention
Oh, no.
7-Eleven?
Oh,
I was gonna mention
That-
Lawson,
that
yes,
you-
yeah.
that-
Those are pretty bad.
From a gas
Yeah.
station.
Yeah. From
In
the
Japan,
Yeah, gas
convenience
station
store food is
sushi,
fucking
that's what you
legit.
got.
Oh
No,
no.
they
Oh, yeah,
have
family
like
mart.
Druid.
fantastic like fried fish.
12.
though.
12.
I've gotten lucky
Stop
with gas
hitting
station
me.
sushi. I haven't
That's
had a
not
bad
me.
experience.
No,
with it.
I'm talking me.
Yes.
22.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I'm not one for pushing
That's some
my luck.
Pharaoh shit right
Pharaoh
there.
Evenwood.
25.
Oh,
Okay, never
Okay.
mind. That's
Alright.
fine.
Pharaoh
boy's-
is some Pharaoh
This
shit.
boy's going first.
I was gonna
10.
say.
10. And Mephistopheles.
I prefer
Joy,
to
what's your
sit
dex
back
score?
and watch what happens.
Mine
I
is
got a
10.
2.
What's my score?
Your dex score.
Plus 2.
Throw Miggle into the
Okay.
combat
That
while
fortune.
she's swinging her swords.
I got
Oh,
really
that,
good rolls with
actually.
Joy.
Hey, Bart.
Club, giant thing.
Edovin-
Now I must organize
Flying
these
meteor.
guys, so give me a moment.
Oh my
Hey, Bart.
Please.
This
Edovin
is,
has
this
a
is
plus
just gonna be
15
a
to his
long
initiative.
fucking brawl.
Oh boy, I
Yeah.
hope
The
so.
only
Yeah.
way you can fuck
Well,
up
it
an
makes up
initiative
for not
is
having
roll.
combat last week.
The
Yeah.
Yeah,
combat
pretty
we
much.
had
Yeah.
was like
Oh my god.
So,
he put us
Matt,
against
my
a
rogue,
hag,
that's my
her-
backup character.
Her hellhounds
He has a
and
plus
a
15
water
to his
elemental.
initiative.
35.
And the hag
Yeah,
and
you
the
get up to
water
a
elemental.
35.
I swear,
Good
we were in
God.
combat for like
Okay,
10
God goes
rounds
first.
at least.
I'm just gonna when we bought that one
Wait,
thing.
I got a
that was
35.
Tyler.
God
Like,
goes
there,
first.
I wasn't smiting at all.
He's a
for some
god.
reason. I just wasn't smiting.
I am
was
God.
like, also, I didn't,
After me.
I thought they might scare Tyler away. If I
You
just
are
said, like,
a
140
god. You are
damage
not
on
the
every single
god.
hit, you know.
And God.
I'm here to change that.
God has an initiative of enough.
Enough.
God has the initiative of fuck you, I'm going first.
Yeah.
So
Time
I
stop.
think I know how these dice are gonna work now.
Tokyo no Tomare.
Orange one is combat.
Toki no Tomare.
Purple one is skill.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it's gonna work.
I'm trying to figure out which dice we should roll
They are.
for flank.
Sorry, guys. I'm taking a moment just because there's going to be
Oh, man, but I can
17
say swimming lessons
participants in
so
this
well.
combat.
I was telling
This will be
Tech
fun.
about our
My lucky
train
die is
incident.
failing
Oh,
me.
God, I was just like he's slowly
Ah.
going down more and more. Like each time they take into one of the chairs. Just like,
15.
Are you ready for the
13. Never mind.
Yeah,
She bumped
he's
you.
like, Jack,
18.
we're about to get into
Take
Japan
it.
now. It's like, especially because I mentioned like, oh, I definitely.
I didn't think I was
wanna
gonna
be
catch that, to be
later.
honest.
oh god.
You got the dex.
Oh,
He's
right.
like, Jack, we would be talking
Actually.
unstoppable.
Jackie Chan with
Oh,
the
God,
drumsticks
text
that
there.
fly.
Like, we could.
3 attacks per round.
There's-
Releases it, catches it again.
I haven't even done that.
No, he's like I forget. I think it was a move.
This,
that she did
this
that.
is the exact
I'm pretty sure
situation.
you
This
did.
is when I would do that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
Oh!
this dice.
You'll have,
Dude,
we'll
That
be
die
in
is
combat
specifically
enough
for air.
This one, because
turns.
It's round.
I wonder how many
it's so
swings
rounded.
Spikes
Like
take
when,
killing these routes.
like it was
Just
about
wanna
to be two.
calculate.
I don't know if I want to bring out my
That
sun
That
sword
happens
Morty
so many
hates
times.
this
Yeah, that's probably not a good
Oh,
one.
because
yeah.
Dice
it's particularly
are breaking
holy.
my
Guest
heart
star
all
is
the
making an
time.
appearance.
Who?
The
Here he
one I just
comes.
dropped.
Yeah.
What?
Broccoli
Wait,
man?
watch.
The meme.
Broccoli man.
Broccoli man, I love it.
So fucking
Lumpy-
weird. I
lumpy
love it because
whopper.
it's like, what
I
am I
love
gonna
him.
get? I don't know.
It's a gobbo. Kill.
Why is he so big though?
He's like as big as
Is he a giant goblin?
Oh shit, guys.
So
What is that?
Oh, yeah,
Hey, I remember him.
Uh-oh.
What are those?
We are looking into the face of death.
Oh god.
This was like
We've seen that a couple times.
Huh?
You know what? Just as a little tap to.
You get
Daryl, this is
disadvantage
also
on
special.
attacks and shit, right?
Skill checks.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Just
So
no,
those are like the big hones, the big
2
boys.
points
Like
is-
do they
So
seem
yeah,
more?
they're clearly.
They don't want the
dressed
first level,
nicely.
so
I'll
just
tell you in a
punishing.
second.
I'm
Once
casting
everything's
things.
So,
I have this guy in
All
my main game.
so
He's such a little
I did a
fucker.
custom barbarian. We're in double rage.
I wasn't
So
going
the
to.
no, it's
but,
fine. So the
gotta
elves
do what you gotta
form
do.
a semicircle around this floating circle in the air.
Is the floating
and,
circle marked by the
The
dude?
rift.
Yeah, by the
Oh,
that thing.
but-
it's sort of a floating. It's sort of like it's eye shaped on the ground. 'Cause it's like
Dispel
got a little
magic?
thickness to it, a little bit.
Okay.
Trapped him here forever.
And so they stand
We're
around
stuck
one,
with them,
one
stuck with
side of it,
us.
sort of dead bodies at their feet,
That'd be
blood
amazing,
dripping from
actually.
their swords. Some of these look like not exactly the cream of the
The cream of the cream.
Damn it.
cream of the drow. Some of them look a little frail and weaker. There seem to be much stronger drow dead across the courtyard. But two sort of taller drow stand in the center of this semicircle. One carrying a scimitar and a big whip. The other one holding no weapons, but has an enormous book sort of propped open on one arm. And
I think.
the one with the whip looks at his friends, looks at his group, and says, "We will prevail this day because we are the most devout family. We will serve Lot's needs as we oh damn, I've forgotten the word. As we defend our family's interests and their only escape from this hellish place."
Which one of them is speaking? The,
I was
one
gonna
with-
say-
the
the
book
tall
or the
big
sword?
one.
The book or the sword?
The book.
The sword and the
Oh.
whip guy.
Oh, never mind.
And as this, he turns, draws the whip back, and cracks it across the back of one of his guys.
Hey.
Who
Who says
at
thank you,
random.
Daddy?
They might.
He lets out a
You
little,
don't- you-
he lets
you
out a
don't-
little moan.
You never know the drow.
And he what he
Someone
does is he
motherfucker.
deals
Masochistic motherfucker.
Oh no.
he deals
Four.
Wow. What if that kills him?
Does it
he
die?
deals
Does he
8
die?
damage to the drow in front of him. As the drow sort of straightens up and gets its sword at the ready.
Can we just let him whip his entire team to
Yeah,
death?
let's see how this goes.
Let's just let him keep whipping.
Yeah.
Wait, are we trying to sneak or are we just going in? Are we,
I think we're
I'm
not.
sneaking.
Alright, can I shout? Hey, that wasn't a very good whip. You gotta do it again. I don't think you got him.
But did you who said that? I do not see any.
It was that guy, and I point to one of the drows on the far right.
I cannot see you, so I don't know where you're pointing. Could you please be a little
To your
more
right,
clear?
I said. I'm to your right.
He sort of looks the drow to his right and sort of cowers. He raises. He sort of pump fakes with the whip. He says, "Yeah, I thought so." Shut your fucking mouth.
Is this
While
like,
they're talking and doing this,
Yeah,
like African
I
British?
would like to assassinate.
Okay, on whom?
I would like to pierce the hand of the one holding the book, knocking the book out of his hand.
Ooh, interesting idea. All right.
Ooh.
Roll for a Mr. Attack.
Auto crit, but yes.
Right. Yes, but you still have
You
to
have to
hit.
hit.
See at the hit.
Please.
But it's just like it extended your hit range from 0 to 100.
16.
Which one? The book one has an AC of.
The book.
10.
The book one.
Oh, the book one has an AC of 15, so you hit.
Woo!
Alright, so 16 d8s
Jesus.
and 12 d6.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, I need.
A large dice thing.
Here, take some of my dice.
That's. Yes, that is your dice.
I need 5 more d8s
Oh, do you need some from me or you good?
from anybody.
Wait, what do you need?
That's 4,
Take my D8.
5. I have enough. I need how many d6s? Oh fuck.
How many? I got you.
Take my
I got
D6.
Yeah, just let them all be maxes so it's easy to.
I got your D6 over here.
Need
Get your
4.
dice.
Hey, get your dice here, hot and
It's gonna be
ready.
really fucking ugly.
$5 a pop. Very cheap.
That's a lot of dice you got there, Farro.
195.
You're gonna like tear his hand off.
That's the plan. That's a lot of 7s.
One is cacked.
Which one?
Which one's capped?
Oh, that's some cat kids right there.
It's not capped.
Massive cockage. Aww.
Aw.
It went from an almost 7 to a 2, and I'm sorry.
You
I
didn't
mean,
need that
hey,
kind of
it
damage,
was
you know?
between a 7 or a 1, so
Oh, really?
yeah, because it was copped on the 7 and
Yeah.
the 1. So.
Ooh.
More on the 7 though.
Yeah.
Can you hit someone's hand so hard you kill them? Is that possible?
Let's find out.
Like you tear out their skeleton through their.
No,
What's
just
your
just
strength
the
score?
just the nerves.
+5.
Yeah, you get.
Just the nerve system. Just
It's
this giant
Just
spring.
like it goes through the hand and then there's just a pause and
No. It's like those
That's-
samurai
that's
movies
half
where,
of
you,
it.
like they get stabbed. It's just
Yeah,
giant
just-
geyser of blood.
That's true.
You
That
hit
could
a,
work.
you
Yeah,
hit
and
a
I
vein.
remember that Kill Bill scene.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Silly
I
Bill.
might just one hit kill.
Wait, what?
I have no idea.
let him do his work.
Oh, is it 4 attacks?
All 4.
Yeah.
You're someone that's getting whipped today.
Wait, how many times are you assassinating?
imitate my accent?
Bonjourno.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know why I closed it.
So you know when you're
I
smoking.
wasn't even expecting it. So.
Yeah. Humble.
Those dice are so pretty.
They really are.
Are you ready?
They just look like
Ironically, they don't
My
really
body's
roll
ready.
well.
126.
Nice.
Oh man, that's 5. Oh gosh, I need to stop moving the table. Jeez, that's
So
like
sort of-
5 under my straw hit. That's. If you gotten that to 7, it would have matched it.
So your
It's my fault.
with a sharp piercing whistle that echoes across this open space, you send your arrow streaking across the courtyard. I'll have you actually obliterate one of the guards or one of the drow as it passes through his head so quickly that it just sort of explodes.
Nice.
And so that drow was the one that had gotten whipped too. That's kind of funny.
Oh.
So it was a bad day for that.
A final moan.
He would have lived if he hadn't gotten whipped.
Yeah.
You put him out of his misery. Really.
And because he was at like 4 hit points once he got whipped. It was pretty bad. I rolled for all their hit points, so like some of them got really low.
Anybody who wants to experience some doggos, they're back in there.
Oh, do we take a doggo
All
break?
in favor of doggo break. After
God.
Farro
Yeah, let's
pierces this creature's hand, the book sort of explodes in a shower of paper on the other direction. A few of the papers coming into contact with this pool of blackness and vanishing through it like they're sinking into water. It's sort of the impact to its hand sort of turns the creature around and flings it to the ground. As it sort of gets up, most of its arm is just sort of torn to the bone. There's almost no flesh on its arm at all. And
That's fucked up, Farro.
it's got sort of just bones that are still there because they're attached with sort of what remains of its ligaments that haven't been shredded. So yeah, it's still
Why did
alive.
you
It's
whistle
clearly
so
bloodied. Oh, by the way, orders Farro, Miggle, one of the Drow, Daryl, more Drow for a couple of people.
It's Drow all the way
See,
down.
I heard that one of them had a
Joy.
spell book, and my initial reaction was 1, steal the spell book.
It was okay.
2, cripple the wizard.
After Joy,
Probably
it's
could have just blew his
Ghost,
head up though. If he
then
did normally.
more Drow, followed up by Cedar and Mephistopheles. Miggle, you are up.
Can I get there?
You could. So you're.
Can't barbarians run real fast?
Yeah.
So she was
Your
in
dash
now.
action, right?
Oh,
So she's only got 35 feet of movement.
that's messed up.
Only 35.
Yeah. I'd like to rage.
Yeah. Give him a Zoroastrian necktie.
So I mean, I
Oh
go
God.
over there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, or so
No, 30 and then 35.
So 35, this is your normal movement.
Yeah.
You can now elect to take your action and move more.
But you can't attack.
But then,
But you can't attack.
Yeah, I know.
Or you can chill right here and just be ready to hit somebody if they come to you.
Don't I have like 8 warhammers that I could possibly throw?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a great
cooking with captain.
Why am I telling you how to play, dog?
She's gonna be like a Cooper brother.
Oh, that's the Hammer Bros.
Yeah, the Hammer Bros.
How does she hit so many hammers?
Where is it coming from?
All right, well, I have to see this now.
Look, on her
okay.
side. She has a bag of holding.
So you get 2 attacks normally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 2 thrown hammer attacks.
Sorry, quick question. Can
Yeah.
Barbarians
Would you-
throw an extra bonus attack as a...
She has to frenzy on her next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So next round can be 3 hammers.
Okay, good. So, as many hammers as possible.
Alright.
Oh,
So,
I can miss
a
Just
you.
do
Dex
add your
proficiency.
Yeah.
dex and proficiency. Sure.
I could possibly get in range.
And then do warhammer.
So,
And
so you're
then-
gonna add this,
Mm,
and
that.
so you're gonna roll a d20, add 7.
I will this up.
With,
On deck
this.
is the Drow and then Daryl.
Okay.
Okay. 14.
On which?
On which one?
Jeez.
Whichever one's closest.
The
So,
one with the axes.
The one with the axes.
Wonderful. And how much damage do you do?
Thrown Warhammer.
I
We
do-
do not have that written down
Yeah,
as
yeah,
an
that's
attack.
two.
What's warhammer regular?
1d8, I think, or 1d6?
D8.
Bot.
So if it's a
I
D8,
have
the
let's blow
book
back your
open.
D6.
When necrotic
Okay.
shower, I can do 11
For the
damage to
throw
one
damage.
target of my choice.
These guys. So
Free,
you
free
can
damage,
roll-
mind you.
2 of them.
So one.
Oh.
Just
And then
waltz
you'll
into the
roll a
fucking
second attack.
battlefield. So,
Oh, 2.
Plus Dex.
That was me. I whistle.
Do you add Dex to damage?
Read the description.
No.
I think you usually...
Yeah, you do actually.
Five.
Because Ghost had dex zero damage.
So 5
So
on,
5 damage.
on the first one.
On the first one, alright. And then second attack.
11 plus what?
18.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a spooky boy.
Off my head.
Woo!
A 9
Yes.
plus 3.
Awesome. So you draw a warhammer, throw it, and it sort of impacts into his shoulder, to this Drow's shoulder. He sort of stumbles back to the side, and then your second hammer catches him in the side of the face and just knocks him to the ground dead.
Oh my god.
Where he stands.
You know, for extra plane or invasion, you didn't really pick the best people.
I heard that, says the captain of them. It says, most of my men were dead already.
Let me change that to.
this guy
You're
reminds
batting cleanup here.
This guy reminds me of that one guy from Infinity
You,
War.
you can throw 3 of them next
Oh, the messenger of
yeah.
Thanos?
Yeah.
La la
Or
la 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 la.
It's just
Oh,
a
yeah.
character.
La, la,
Hit him
la,
with
la,
your
la,
big
la.
old club.
And
La la.
I'll save the other
So
one
the,
for other times that this happens.
the one, actually it's his turn, so he
You're
gets to
playing
speak
really well.
on his turn. And then let me think here, what is he going to do?
Oh, spellbook's gone. And so is like half his arm.
I cast.
Oh, this is a different one. So sorry, the one you knocked out was the spellbook. The guy with the whip is going.
Okay.
this time. And
Come
Faster! Faster, you pigs!
You know,
actually, what he's going to do is
Migglesy wouldn't have killed that guy if he hadn't been whipping him so much.
Exactly. These guys are being
he's
whipped.
gonna,
Literally.
what he does is actually casts
Huh?
a magical sphere of darkness that radiates out from this section of the room. It surrounds
Daylight.
part of it.
I see what's going on.
It's fine with
So
me.
sort of, I think it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, no, it goes out to there. And 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, just circle the entire thing.
20, yeah.
Jesus.
Strategically stacked up his men to
Except for that one
specifically,
guy.
yeah, the one guy's sort of half in, half out.
It's like, huh?
You can see half of his arm hanging out of the,
Well,
of the
that's-
I
magical
started realizing
darkness.
That's the
like
half I'm
order
gonna chop
comes
off.
on a roll.
Shut the fuck up.
Roll. As in only
hate you.
Fuck.
Wait,
that
huh?
would be his
The place that I
turn.
ordered from is called On a Roll.
And
God
we'll go on to
damn.
Daryl. And
Daryl, do something.
Daryl,
I just
Daryl
realized
is
that because I was like,
thinking
on a roll. I was like,
how
like dice.
powerful the spell magical darkness is, and he's wondering if he's just gonna fucking
just
dispel
dimension
that
doored.
shit.
Yeah, I did. I come in from another world. Which turn are we on?
Not you.
We're on Daryl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was gonna do some real nasty shit, but I can't see anybody now.
Daylight.
All right, so the one with the whip cast a sphere of darkness around them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we can't see them.
Right.
Dang.
I mean, Ghost can
Does
see
dark
them.
vision go through darken or not?
Not
No.
magical.
True
Not
sight.
magical.
What about true sights?
I feel
You
like
would be able to see it.
Devil sight and true sight.
Your
two can
darkness
see
can't
them.
help
Wait, can
now.
true sight-
Man, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
he can see
Your
them.
sarcophagus
Well,
gift.
true
didn't-
sight 60, so we can't. Cause
I mean, when I get there. Though.
Yeah,
But I
but
think I
like,
will
Matt, your
15,
sarcophagus
25,
gift
30,
stayed, and I'm
35.
really happy.
Yeah, I can see them.
Oh, well, thank you.
Um,
Well,
You want to
yours
drop
is.
a fat daylight in there?
I don't have a fat daylight to drop in
Oh.
there.
So it's up to the paladins.
It's Chubboy's
I could.
responsibility.
Send in the space marines.
Does daylight
Just a
invalidate
giant-
darkness, or is it the other way around?
Sorry?
Does daylight invalidate darkness?
Yeah.
Or like, will it
I
cancel
believe
each other?
it's daylight.
I have it, but I don't have
It's-
it
I
prepared.
could activate the amulet that I'm wearing.
But I have
I
to
don't
spell
know.
magic.
It's very
I mean, you could save as a
specific.
spell slot.
So like, I'm thinking about
But we
doing
have to
that,
wait
but I'm
till.
wondering
Well,
at
wait,
what
no.
level
When I
do
go up,
just
you're right
cast
after
it.
me. So.
Oh, is it like with counterspell, where it's like the higher tier it is, will like...
I think I
Because
still
you
have
have
to.
to check.
Yeah.
I still have to make a check.
If the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower, the spell that created the light is dispelled.
So you
But-
have to cast
But
it
daylight's a
on
third level.
But I
spell,
think,
so.
hold on. I think there was something else.
Oh.
Okay.
So I
Darkness.
think this
Fuck
is-
off.
Yeah. I'm just gonna burn a third level spell. I'm just gonna burn a
So
dispel
back when we were
magic
fighting Strahd,
So you basically
and
need
my character
and
was
just roll
wearing
for it.
an amulet that produces sunlight or holds vampires. And I
then-
thought this.
So
I
I'll
thought
have to-
vampires were the only thing it was useful for. Not anymore.
And then my
Magic.
sword has a little
I forgot
kind of
to check
sunlight
on
radius
this
on it.
spell
So,
Because like we had like 3 levels all just
any
blasted with
spell
sunlight.
of third level or lower ends. For a spell of fourth level or higher, make an ability check where its DC is 10 plus the spell's level. So a
10
fourth
plus
level
level.
spell would be
14.
Cool. Well, it is a second level darkness, so it is dissipated.
But and that was I have a range of 120 feet
So that's fine.
to
Nice.
cast
I
that.
kind of wanted to keep the darkness there, have Meph jump in.
Does it have
and
an
then when the
area?
darkness ends, you just see everyone's just
Oh, I
dead.
guess no, just wherever. Is now dispelled.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but
Hooray!
you just see like an arm just
I'm sorry,
latched onto the map.
I knew I was gonna have to erase this
Or
eventually.
like you see kind of like smoke. You see like the sun sword.
All right.
Silhouetted.
I love all your NPCs as much as you do, but they just have to die.
They do have
Someone's
to
like
die.
running out.
Does Daryl take a move action
Yeah.
or anything like that?
Daryl's good right there.
Daryl's great.
Daryl's,
You just
Daryl's
see
good
you
with
just see like a
that.
glowing
just, like,
red,
chilling halfway
like in the
across the
shape of
room.
mask holes.
So now the
But it's like all 6.
Like
He's
what
awakened.
what does a raging little gnome look like?
Great question.
Just a jack midget. Just.
Like,
Yeah.
do you foam at
What?
the mouth?
like Muscle Beach, Venice, or Muscle Beach in Los Angeles.
Venice Beach.
Just like vague.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you just see
It's
just
like-
like a jack
Just
midget
like
Jersey
at
Shore
the
character.
workout area.
Look
Like
like?
you know, like the like moms
Like 2'7",
that, like, come
like,
in
you
from
can punt
complain
him.
to manager with like the soccer mom haircut.
Yeah.
What would happen if you cast
So,
enlarge on a gnome?
So Miggledy.
He becomes
I'd
normal.
run.
So how this is so what happens is it's the one with the book's turn. Sort of pushes itself up off the floor, looks at its ruined hand, and sort of with a couple shakes of its other hand, sort of cursing a little bit, and then a ball of eldritch energy
Fucking Nazis!
bursts into its hand, which it then
Uh-oh.
it then hurls down
We
to
won't
meet
have to worry
Miggledy,
about-
who needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Goddamn Nazis.
That's not your strong
It
suit.
is not my
Shit.
strong suit.
You
Uh-oh.
roll
What was it, Eldritch
Oh,
Blast?
you have advantage on wisdom saving throws against magic.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh!
Yeah.
And your
Alright.
saving throws are.
Oh
Gnomes,
wait.
baby.
Oh, you're not near me. You got a +6 to your saving
Oh, thank
throws.
God, that's so much
Alright.
better.
What's that? The boy do it.
15.
Unfortunately, the DC was 16.
Fuck!
Oh, or
Fuck.
16.
And
She rolled a 16 but has a -1.
Ah!
so
Wait, does she get any advantage? Is she
She's not.
Yes.
She already
She's
had
not within
it.
5 feet of you.
Sad.
So.
She does not
you
have
guys
your
were really
+5.
propping up the party as far as the saves went.
Yeah.
And, this
For me
this
now.
caster knows that, or doesn't know that, but knows a threat when it sees one. So in your mind, it's filled with a sudden alien voice that's never been there before, alien to you, and it says, "Okay, this is how this is going to work. You are going to.
Is a suggestion?
I don't know what your abilities are, but you are going to turn around and you're going to run back to your friends as though you are intimidated by me, and you're going to not show them that you have any plans for the next moment, but at the next moment, at the first opportunity, I would like you to attack your friend and do the most amount of damage possible. And I trust you will take every effort to make sure that. Obviously, you can't make any sign of this, and please don't fuck me, because I will fuck you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
And so
Thank you very much.
They're like, and
You
that's,
can reply
that's
to this message.
Fucking love this guy.
It's the
Which one was that?
it's the
main
happy neighborhood
guy?
Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And,
I almost don't want to kill these guys.
Me too. And so then this voice leaves your head, and you're filled completely with the urge to just do your best to follow those requests.
Do your best.
Do your absolute best.
Alright,
You can
guys,
do it.
no meta.
Sehr gut.
Sehr gut. Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
And yeah.
You want to attack your friends now.
And yeah,
I'll
cool.
take care of this
That is
fucker.
cool.
I'll
Yeah,
tear out his other arm too.
That is
I'll speak
that's it for
Infernal
this
as I'm
guy's
walking
turn.
towards.
Now, question: if I run past her, will I get attack of opportunity?
We'll see.
Don't talk, these are
I'm
demons.
ready for it.
Well, she was told to walk into the group.
That's true. She didn't say to. Yeah.
At the next opportunity.
So pretty much their next round attack.
It's up to you. You play it how you want to play it.
It's all up to you.
Well, I mean,
Miggle
I'm
D.
just gonna go back.
my pen every
Don't
day.
tell us. Fuck us up.
Yeah, don't tell
I
us.
suspect she seems like she's probably going after you,
Fuck
Daryl.
fuck us up real bad. Who would you like to most
Oh,
slaughter?
wait, the demons
I
are
would
invading
recommend
too.
hitting,
Keep in mind, I'm your ride home.
Well,
Also, keep in mind, I'm pretty hard to hit right now, so you're gonna have better luck with Daryl. Like, I got a 22 AC.
I figure if I was doing my best, I would just hit it.
On let's see.
You could try to hit me.
Easiest to hit.
Plot twist.
Oh, he's hella hard to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have Tarrasque level
Yeah.
arm AC.
If you.
Oh, what's that?
No, but so far,
25.
if you, so
Oh,
far,
25 is a
who's
Tarrasque.
closest?
Did you get that from that coffin?
No,
Well, where's it from?
You can approach it. You were told
plate-
to
plate
inflict the
armor.
most damage.
that's 18.
Oh, okay.
I have a +2. I have a +2 shield.
Oh,
What I
total.
know
Oh, okay,
is
okay. I thought you said you had some type of armor that had 25
No.
AC, and I was like, oh, holy crap, where'd you get that
See,
from?
I wish I could pick up shield.
So
Get a 30.
one of the Drow standing right here turns
So,
and
then my turn
moves
ends,
his
so
arms
I'm
in
not
some
on
sort
the
of
map.
eldritch or
So that way it's-
otherworldly
I think
incantation.
Ford was fucking around with that.
And-
He was
Yeah,
like,
and then at the start,
Takes up
yeah,
a gout
and then
of
at the
blue
start of my
flame
turn, I
appears
go
in
back,
his hand.
attack, and then
He
I
lobs
might
it in a
disappear.
long
It
arc
depends on the roll.
to land
But
right
it's
here.
good for
So everyone
I like it.
combat,
in
which
this
is why I
20-foot
like it.
cube
Oh, boy.
What?
is immediately
Like, trying to
outlined
either try to
in
take down the most dangerous
sort
one,
of
or I can
spectral
try to
purple
take
flames.
Oh, I know.
Can I
The
have
flames
one?
don't do any damage or generate any heat or any smoke of any
It
type,
doesn't
but
I'm
they,
Whenever it doesn't take effect.
You're just-
Like,
you're
I don't-
just-
you're
I
sort of
don't
just
know.
outlined
Like,
in
Yeah,
them
if
that
they
was-
said
I
as though
see.
you're
like,
lit from
try
behind.
to
Good
do
old
the most
fairy
damage,
fire.
Yes,
I
indeed.
could
Now they know
probably
where
take
death
you
comes
away.
from.
I'm saying if I
Exactly.
was playing you right now, I'd have a hard time
Oh, that
deciding
one
whether
is
or not to
the
hit
blue
me.
Unless-
gun.
I just want to
Unless
go.
something can
Or
like,
this guy.
see you
He would
or
be good to hit,
interact
too.
with the ethereal.
And,
Literally only him.
But he
She's
can
very
you
hittable.
can only see
Did I
into it.
my
This
hoodie
one's
down
going
here?
I know,
to
we
could
talked
find
about
it
way
over.
over how no one can perceive her except you.
Oh yeah.
I can maybe reach
Oh
into
yeah, it
the
is right
ethereal.
there. Okay.
There you go.
And it's like, where are you going?
I'm already in the
You're
blanket.
doing good.
But the blanket's so cool.
And
I
it's
feel
so
validated.
It is your turn.
Alright.
I'm suddenly filled with a sense
So,
of validation. I feel
What's
stronger.
the
I'm
distance
filled with
here to here?
determination.
It's
God damn it, I was about to say
it's
that.
like just on the
110.
edge.
Don't you
of-
mean Detemi Nation?
Oh, really?
It's like 100.
Oh.
5, 10,
Tell me
15,
vibrates
20,
intensely.
30,
Oh, no.
Somebody's at this
35,
board. We're gonna be the
55,
Oh, never mind. Yeah, 60. Cool.
60. Oh, so I could run up right, Tim?
Yeah,
Boy,
I would
I'm
say
If you're hasted.
Is he?
Run
Oh, yeah,
right.
I am hasted. So is this man bloodied?
very.
Okay.
Verily.
Which
So-
one is bloodied?
Oh, the one that you fucked
book.
with your arrow.
The one you
Oh,
took
the one
off.
you hand
Yeah,
fucked.
the one.
Yeah.
Since the mini had a book.
I'll just fucking take out his other hand.
All right. I want to get this thing off first, so I think I'm gonna go and.
Okay.
You don't know about the thing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the one with the book is a woman. Yeah. The one standing.
Damn, I
with
just
the whip
ruined
is a
her.
guy.
Oh, was the whip guy who did it?
No, the whip guy.
Well,
the
you
one
don't
that was
know
one
about
in
the spell.
Yeah.
I know who
So whip guy's got it right now, or is it?
I don't
You don't know.
But
I don't
you
know. But
I don't hit women.
Oh yeah, I guess I
But I'll
should
tell
know.
him to
Actually,
hit you.
as Joy begins to run
Farro
from
doesn't
Smash,
discriminate.
there's another reaction. What? Sorry, what were you?
The arrow of
what were you
justice
saying
doesn't
just now?
discriminate.
I was gonna say it was a guy with the whip, the one who got her. Like
Justice
he cast
doesn't
a spell or was it
discriminate.
the
No,
other?
it was the one who cast. That was the book one.
Okay,
Even with
perfect.
a woman,
That's what I was
the
hoping
arrow
you'd
of
say.
justice doesn't
So I'm gonna
discriminate.
get in right here.
I'm not hitting you, I'm
assuming I
shooting
might get it. Do I get attack of opportunities from here?
I don't think you
What?
left the
No.
range of the array now.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm gonna just kind of
You can move
unload.
here unless you're here because you want to hit them.
I want to hit the main book lady.
I mean, or because
Book lady is the
if you
one
don't want to be
with the
attacked by
green one,
this guy, I mean.
I'm fine to get attacked by that guy.
Okay.
I'm pretty.
You
I'm pretty.
can
Adam,
hit
which one's the
her
book
and
person?
choose
Book lady is
to
green
get
one,
hit,
right?
but
The,
you can
no,
also
tall
hit
one.
her.
Oh, I lied.
With
Red
the
one.
book.
The one with the book.
That's how I was assuming.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 swings, and I'm also gonna
Brutality.
use my Poison Strike Channel Divinity.
Oh.
So we're gonna go a little crazy here, and we're gonna see. We'll think about how many smites we're gonna do. So that's number 1. That's 26.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that hits.
I don't think we're gonna leave anybody to interrogate.
It's 24. And then 27.
I mean, do we need to?
Those all hit.
Okay, so then I guess I'll start off with a Divine Smite
You
on
can
the
always
first
jump
one.
into the
Okay.
hole.
The first attack.
We're good at that.
Here.
Go with the tier 2. Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
how we
need some
got here.
dice here if you wouldn't mind. Do. Oh yeah, I'll just roll the damage for the.
God.
This is gonna be plus 24.
Yeah,
So
We're more of an action. Should I go or should I wait for Nick to confirm?
No, or I will confirm by proxy. Either way, he's done enough damage.
All right. So I'm gonna
Oh, sorry.
add 10.
Did he use his extra attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
He
I'm
attacked
gonna move
3
over
times.
here,
Oh, yeah.
use my full movement with haste,
Oh.
I only had 2.
and
What is
I'm
it?
going
You
to
sure?
cast Blink.
Oh, he hasted himself. Never mind, that's why.
Blink is action or bonus action?
It's an action, but I still have another action after that.
All right.
But it doesn't take effect until I officially say it's the end of my turn. Because, so Blink is roll a d20 at the end of each of your turns for the duration of the spell. On a roll of 11 or higher, you vanish from the current plane and appear in the ethereal plane.
Ooh, fancy.
At the start of your next turn, or when the spell ends, you return it to an unoccupied space of your choice that you see within 10 feet.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like, where'd Ghost go? I see her.
Yeah, but for my hasted action, I'll shoot maybe this guy.
Okay. Ethereal or True Sight is not. Always.
Yeah, it's not extra plane.
Mine is.
Oh wait, yeah, shoot
The
him.
one with the axe
Hey.
there.
That's a
18.
18 to hit.
Cool. And yeah, that hits. Sorry.
Destroy him.
Yes.
Where's my d8s though?
There you go.
No wait, hold on. I lost the pocket. Oh, there we go.
Flavor-wise?
Yeah, yeah.
Plus
Okay.
Planar Warrior.
Okay.
That's only 17 damage. Force damage.
17 force damage.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
And I do not blink.
You have a spell.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
have a spell for these.
You need to add a question mark on the end of that.
17.
No,
Yeah.
and then exclamation
17
mark.
damage.
I should have rolled that dice.
Yeah.
Hello, my friend.
And yeah, that does a fair hit to him. You draw your arrow back and shoot it across. Sort of sinks into his pectoral. He's sort of looks at it, snaps the end off, and throws it on the ground.
Oh, he's a beefier one.
Yeah.
And I don't blink because I rolled a 9.
Wonderful. Good job. That minus 17.
You get to try again your next turn or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's until the spell ends,
Oh.
which is a minute.
And it is his turn. With sort of a roar, he breaks free from his ranks and charges towards you, swinging a long
Knight
scimitar.
E5.
You fool. You've activated my trap card.
Checkmate, baby.
He swings 2 short swords at you. Oh, actually.
Sorry, but
first
knights
of
can
which
only move in an L formation.
has advantage
Pokemon style.
because of the
Boink.
magical flames that read you. And it's good
What?
that it had advantage because it rolled a 17 plus
Yeah.
uh,
Lots.
7,
Oh,
so
that is
24. for the first hit, or 24 to hit for the first.
By
Is
the
that
way,
hit?
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
sure you
And then
felt
the second is a
if
nat
you,
one.
if you put your dice like here, this makes a great dice tray for rolling.
Oh, I see.
Do you know?
Because with a short sword. Oh goodness. Okay. That makes things.
No, stop.
Is it
In the
bacon?
oven.
And where's the third one?
Do they have enough room in the oven for 64 Parmesan bites?
So,
So you take
1, 2,
2
Fuck these.
plus
That's 80.
3 piercing damage or slashing damage.
3.
I think we
So
might
sorry,
have
2
too
plus
much.
3, 5.
Oh,
Piercing
okay.
damage.
So
But then you also take
Max, there's a
9,
D20
10, 11,
near
12
Like, for
poison
me,
damage.
Parmesan bites.
Where?
As the blade is seeming
Right
to be
foot?
weeping,
Oh,
acrid
I found it. I found it.
smelling liquid
I got
that
it.
smokes
That's not
when it
my
comes into
foot,
contact
that's
with
Jack's
your
foot, Phil.
and hurts when it comes into contact.
Well, it was near
with
your
you.
right
Are
foot
you
and
guys
my left.
seeing without me?
My right foot is near my left foot.
So he makes a second attack, but
Really?
you sort of
Yeah, it's like over
understand
here.
his
This
move
is where
now
my
and kind
foot
of
is.
lean back as its blade
Right
swipes
foot is
near
near your
your
left
cheek.
foot, just
Hey.
to the right of it.
He is Dunzo.
Words of wisdom.
Okay,
The
this is what I get at work.
Goblin
all
goes
fucking day.
next.
This whole summer.
There's a goblin?
Sorry, the one that's.
Oh.
The ones that presented
It's
by-
another drow. He's a little beefier than these two, but he runs over to reform this this wall between you and them. He is going to cast darkness centered on himself.
God damn it.
Okay, you know what? You beat me. I'm not blowing another third level spell.
Sorry, this is a little late, but can I can I use my reaction?
Fucker.
Can I use my
Yeah,
reaction
sure.
to cast Hellish Rebuke
Okay,
on the guy that
and
me.
he makes
dexterity saving throw?
okay. This guy's like half in, half out.
Oh man,
That's plus.
I have a really delicious
2.
option for my turn. I just realized.
Good berries?
Are you gonna eat your?
He rolled a 19 plus a bunch.
Let's just
Yeah.
say I'm about to get a
So
Kamehameha.
half
in
of
this bitch.
15.
Oh, you're busting out the 6?
I might.
Alright.
Oh,
Get
so
shredded?
They're just lined up perfectly.
I
They
need to be
are.
get at the gotta dodge.
I
So
think
how
he
much?
might
7
be
damage?
able to.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything you want to say with your hellish rebuke?
Does Kamehameha.
Your mother is a whore.
Dragon Ball Z.
Your father's bad at you, your mother's a
Well,
whore.
I know. I'm pretty sure it's Hawaiian for turtle.
Just fuck you.
Because like.
You haven't seen your mother in years. I saw her last night on my bed.
Family Guy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean, you may as
Power
well. I'm
move.
sure that's gotta be another
Assert your dominance.
Those are gonna be the
Arrow
verbal components
one.
for a spell.
Thought I had killed him, but maybe not. Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May not have enough minis.
Oh no.
I can
Oh,
lend
good.
some.
No,
Oh,
I
good.
don't have enough out. Sorry.
Uh-oh. No,
God.
no, don't go here.
Yes, do it.
Oh god, guys.
Dude, I'm in the black rage cage right now, so you know. I'm ready.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
Sorry.
Oh.
There are 2
Oh.
more.
Go ahead, put on your makeup.
That are sort of.
Oh, please.
Oh no, sorry.
Hurt me more, snake.
Oh, we should probably close
Snake.
that portal, huh?
Snake. Snake.
Let the bodies hit the
Let the bodies hit the.
15,
No,
25,
I can-
35.
You know what?
Like
I
every
can
time
try
one comes
to
to
dispel the portal.
I can.
Please
as soon-
do that.
I'm
I
gonna-
feel like more are gonna come out.
Oh, a natural 1 and an 11 plus.
Huh, idiots.
18 to hit Ghost. That hits, correct?
Yeah.
You guys are rolling natural ones today. aren't you?
Yeah.
are.
Let's keep it
I
that
wish
way.
it
on
was.
purpose, Adam.
Do you want to try this guy?
mean, he's rolling in public.
rarely rolls
Um,
natural ones.
3,
Stop.
4, 5, 6
Forgot.
slashing.
I will throw my
and
phone
down. That's not a
another
natural
9, 10 poison damage.
Ooh.
You're a beefy archer. I don't.
And that ends his turn. Oh, there's another one.
Oh no.
And this
Oh, go
one
on.
is.
No one swung at me, right? Even though I'm just like right inside them.
Yeah. It's actually his turn.
Nice.
They were just all over here, so they.
I was just making sure I
I
didn't miss
didn't know
anything.
that
No,
was
you're
a
good.
thing.
But
So
purple
this
or
one
red flames?
turns
Sounds
around.
I'm ready now.
He can hear where you're standing behind him, but attacks with disadvantage because you're all in darkness and he doesn't have
Nice.
magical
Then he
darkness
go.
piercing vision. It's cacked.
They blinded themselves.
Yeah, he gets not enough to hit you.
All right. Well, then if he misses me, I'm gonna use treacherous
another D20.
strike.
Okay.
Let me bring this bad boy up here.
Question.
Do you have to see this person?
Also,
I
is
think
this
it might
a
just be
reaction because you already
Shit.
used yours with Hellish Rebuke, didn't you?
No, that was
That
that
was
one.
him.
Oh, okay.
We look pretty similar. I can see how he gets confused. You know.
I was like, Farro did it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because I just
I was
heard
gonna
Hellish
give,
Rebuke
I was
being
gonna
used.
give
My
Meph
voice is pretty
the
feminine.
amulet to activate.
I mean, one
No, I heard
one's got a
Adam talk
red-skinned
about it.
devil with horns and a tail, and the other one's Joy.
Okay, I don't think it really says the paladin who takes what was it? Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Max, you got that one right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If a creature within 5 feet of you misses with the melee attack, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to re-roll the attack against a creature of your choice that is also within 5 feet of the attacker.
Okay.
This one's been.
Would you like to redirect it at the rhino guy?
I just realized there's another thing.
Could I redirect it at Mr.
I just realized-
Whipman?
Well, it's the only
I just
one.
realized another thing.
No,
Yeah.
sorry,
He's the one with the
yeah.
axes.
Oh no, that was the village
Yeah.
bicycle.
You go for it.
Oh man, he rolled a 17 and 18. How
No.
could you?
Nice. That's my boy.
How could you?
That's my boy Paladin.
Alright.
Now.
I know. That's messed up.
Yeah, really.
Fucking Zemnians.
Fucking grayskins.
Well, that's
That's a race issue, alright.
Meph, we're gonna have to talk about how to sit down about tolerance and love.
I feel like,
For real.
even if I roll with this,
Okay, I can do that
there's
3
still a
times
strong
every long
chance of
rest.
hitting them.
Okay. Sure. So the one
My arrow has
with the
recently been
shield takes the
So no
requisite
matter
amount
what,
of
a
damage.
Can't be from just one person.
Strike.
Like 1 person at a
He-
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God's cool. He just gave you more dice to roll.
So he
Oh,
does
we still hit. The
4,
lowest is a 22.
7, 10, 14 damage. Which is 1 more hit point than this guy with the shield had, and he dies.
Oh God.
This incenses the guy with the whip. He turns, "Why are you killing each other, you fools?"
What are you doing?
Why are you hurting your own people?
And then just to well, he has a.
Does he learn a lesson this day?
Yeah, I wanted to teach him a lesson. Look at this motherfucker.
I am the one with the whip.
It's like when you're Arrested Development. That's why you don't
whip your pig.
And
I am
why
the
you
one who
don't
whips.
slap. My turn.
Your turn.
All right.
This one runs
Say my name.
over across the group, reforming the protective sphere.
More haven't come in, right?
Oh, actually, you can't see any where these guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
particularly.
I am the Drow.
Okay. Let me just take a peep at my spells right quick.
This boy's peeping.
Uh-oh.
Call me Peter. Don't.
Please.
All right. Yeah. I think it's I
So
think it's
nothing.
time for them to smell what the rock is cooking.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
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 All right.
I've never heard him use these words before.
The rock is cooking.
So I'm just gonna run the fuck out. 1, 2,
I've seen this
3.
before.
Big, goofy,
Four.
Firbolg steps.
I know. I always picture pretty silly.
6? I can't really tell where.
I
Are
just
your
ima-
ears
I just imagine
floppy
the
or
Cookie
straight
Monster.
up
That's
and
about-
down? Pointy or floppy?
They're like pointier.
Okay.
I just
are
imagine
you
the
dashing,
Cookie Monster.
Or
Huh?
are you dashing?
No.
Just
I mean,
the
you're
Cookie Monster with a
dashing
giant
and
axe.
for a
Just you
purple
running.
one.
Oh.
Oh!
Sorry, I just set myself up for that one, so I had to take
Oh
this
It's
one.
my
okay. I
God.
understand.
Adam. I just got it. Sorry.
You cheeky bastard.
You're just nodding silently.
Okay. So, standing where I am, I break out the 6th level spell, Sunbeam.
Oh, okay, Mr. Sunbeam over here.
Okay.
Is
How
that,
many
no,
guys?
do that in the Underdark? It's a little ironic.
No. And then I'm gonna.
Where's the sunlight coming from?
And
Sita's
then
about to light him up.
this mote of light comes into my hand, and I create a 5-foot wide line that goes through these guys right here.
That's a thick
Uh,
one.
here,
Through the one
let me
casting
just
it.
You wanna
read-
draw it for me?
Let me read my trap card here.
I should have brought. I made
Very deep in his
a
bag.
I made a 30 by 5 strip of paper for the game I was running
to
to
go,
like
yeah,
do
yeah.
like angles and stuff.
5
should
foot
look at
wide,
one of those.
5 foot wide, 60 long line. Each creature in the line must make a con save. On a failed
Hold on.
save,
Here, I have a piece of paper. We can just make
on a
it.
failed save, a creature takes 68 radiant and is blinded until your next turn.
Holy shit.
On a successful save, it takes half as much and isn't blinded. Undead and oozes have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oozes.
You can create a new line of radiance as your action on any turn until the spell ends. For the duration of mote of brilliant radiance shines in your hand. It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. This light is sunlight.
Cool.
This
So that's 60
this
feet of
is
sunlight.
60 feet in
Yeah.
square tiles.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect.
So-
Like, it must have been. by
But that's
design.
like more
I
than
was
enough
gonna-
to get to the back
yeah,
of here,
so
so
if
the
I, like,
darkness is
if
just
I just-
completely white.
If I just rip it out.
Ooh. And
Here, I'm good at
I love you, Daddy Cedar. I shout out
I'm good at
after
ripping
the
maps.
darkness goes
Yeah,
away.
I'm just gonna mark it real quick.
and then for the line, we will use the line to decide who is getting hit.
If it hits me, that's fine. I can take it. Hurt me more.
Well, I was
Wait,
gonna.
Daddy Cedar?
I was gonna hit these three because I can get
Daddy
the most
senpai.
bang for my buck here.
Nice,
Cedar
yeah.
senpai.
Cedar senpai.
Hitting three
Wait a
of them.
second.
Wait, no.
And
Stop.
so they make a con
Get help.
save against
Cool.
my.
Stop.
Get help.
Stop.
17 is my DC.
Ooh.
It's time to stop.
Except for
I'm
one
Chris
of those
Hansen
plus
from
two,
Dateline
so
NBC.
15, 16, and a 7.
So none of them made it.
Yay!
Awesome.
That makes it simple.
I swear the
They're all
Wally vampire
blinded
said she
and
was
take
500 years
68.
old.
That was what I said.
68. Take my 8.
It's fine, Nick. I have several D8s with which to
Well, you
roll.
need 6. Several and 6 are two very different numbers.
By one.
By
I thought
what?
several was 3 or 4. I have no
That's-
idea.
You know what?
Several's
It's
like-
probably right because I think several and I think 7 just because I'm bored.
That's fair.
Why, thank you, sir.
But I mean, but you're using word comprehension there, you know.
We can't have that.
Yeah.
I'm not having
We don't
it.
like words around
Is this
these
dice
parts.
scale?
1, 2, 3, 4,
No.
5,
Oh,
6,
there's sitting
7.
That's actually
I
good
have a
dice.
couple more that just.
Cool.
I mean, you only have 6,
Please
right?
don't
Or
make
well,
us
you
pass
need, yeah, you need for
the
everybody. Then.
perfection check.
My children.
We're working.
I don't know why.
Or-
It's
Can
No,
we
it's
get a
like 160
perfection
right
check?
now.
This ain't no 8d8 spell.
That's a 7 plus
I'm gonna-
my
you
perfection
guys can give me a bad
modifier.
book later,
Oh,
so-
Yeah,
so
get out of here.
Oh, oops. Anyway.
Ironically, it doesn't roll very
Oh,
well.
Alright,
some
okay,
numbers.
yeah, so 2 plus 3 is 5.
The damage dice
Plus
roll better.
2 is 7. Plus
Oh,
4
okay.
It's on your
is
left.
11.
Why do you keep dropping your dice?
11 plus
They're
15 is 26. That's a little bit above
Saints.
average. That's okay.
Hey, not bad.
So they all take 26 radiant damage and are
Nice.
blinded.
This one disintegrates in the blast of sunlight
It don't
that you
feel so good.
kamehameha out of your hands, and this beam of sunlight incinerates the first one, and then the other two take a significant amount of damage, falling to their knees as the sunlight burns through the clothing they have on.
The
and is
sunlight hurts my
scorching
eyes.
their, I guess they were sort of abdomens as you sort of lance it across them. So the total was 30.
It was
26.
26. Yeah.
Cool. That works nicely.
God damn.
God damn.
God damn. From
Good.
Noob Noob.
God damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, damn it, Bobby. I have no.
There's some propane and propane accessories.
Dang it, brother.
I
God
must
damn
have
it,
messed something up here.
No, someone needs to make a Boomhauer character.
That's kind of what Kimmy is.
Yeah,
Level 20 Bart.
that's exactly what Kim
Level 20 Boomhauer. Boomhauer Bard. God damn it, I'm gonna barbecue and everything.
Awesome. That completes your turn.
I would love to
Unless you have
be.
bonus action things you'd want to do.
Bonusy things.
Isn't your stone spell bonus?
It is, but I don't want to use my action to throw stones when I can just be.
Bonus action,
Yeah.
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Sunbeam Moonbeam.
If only it wasn't concentration,
That's
which
true.
means I should mark myself with
Please,
a ring,
sir.
actually. Just
I request you take this to the highest of authorities.
Oh, Ghost, you
You
should
sunbeam
have made
meow.
concentration checks for your
Oh, shit.
Here you go.
thingy. Oh, thanks.
Those only when they land, right? When packs land. Or is it just
Is
that
it
when
still
they land, they
maintained?
Oh no. It
We'll
just
say the
it's
DC
just like
is
one at a
1d2,
time, like
because I think
lands
that's how much
through,
damage you took.
and then I resummon it
On each one of them. And
as
then
a
we'll just
line.
have you roll
on
two.
But you
the-
can just keep maintaining it if
I
you
don't-
have
Wait,
concentration.
that's
I don't
okay.
think so.
Because you have concentration.
I
on it.
no.
Oh yeah, no, but what's
you failed
maintained
the
is
first
the
one?
mode
Yeah,
of light
because
in
I
my hand
literally have
that
to roll
makes
an
it so I
natural
can
20.
do it.
Oh, that sucks.
But it only just like
So you,
goes through one.
Wait,
at a
that's
time,
what- just
I'm pretty
a wisdom
sure.
check,
I'll
But
make
is it
it.
a slot each
I
time?
believe so.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I'd
Or
have to
you're
roll
a
that.
spellcast
So you're
modifier,
maintaining
actually.
the spell.
Oh.
Oh, then that
I
no, I
mean,
make it.
yeah, I'm maintaining
Oh, cool. Awesome.
the
Then roll
spell.
It's not continuously burning, but it's like
Hey.
it goes zap, zap, zap,
No.
Yeah.
zap. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
No.
That's amazing.
No? Okay.
Nope.
I really hope they don't hit you. 'Cause it's
What are you
just-
concentrating on?
Mephistopheles, it is your turn.
Oh, hi.
Lots of people in this campaign.
What? Oh. Thank you for throwing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna run out. So, 5, 10, 17, 24,
It's being completely accurate.
31. If you give me that 1 foot to get there.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. And then I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Oh.
Ooh, look
Yeah.
fancy. Misty guy.
Let's see how far I go on the Misties.
30 feet.
30 feet? So, I'll say I get here.
Hey, welcome to the
Cool.
rage game,
Yes.
buddy.
Actually, wait. Does anybody need any healing?
No.
I was about to dish some out next
Okay,
round.
no, it's
If
fine.
I
And
I was
then
just, I was just thinking of
Any
using
bonus
healing
action
word, but,
things
like,
you would like to do?
yeah, I don't think
Misty Step was the
Oh,
bonus
yeah, 'cause you
action.
bonus
Ah.
action.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But
We have a lot of
So then you
healing
have your
background.
standard remaining
Paladin.
taking attack
Yeah.
things.
But I am gonna spend
Paladin's
my
Cleric,
action on a
Druid.
racial
Yeah, we have a lot.
racial trait, Necrotic Shroud.
Oh, he's going for the
Yeah.
The spook.
spooky mode.
Wait,
Causing you can transform, causing all within 10 feet to make a Charisma saving throw, DC 18, or be frightened of you till the end of my next turn.
That includes the boy Joy.
Does it?
If you want, have
Is
it
it
not
friendly
include.
or-
It doesn't say. It just says
If it
everyone.
doesn't say, then everyone,
Yeah.
including
Yeah.
the Boyjoy.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Mojoy Joy
There's
Joy.
4 normal guys and a 5th bigger guy.
Alrighty, let me do this roll here. Maybe not.
Oh no.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Oh,
All right.
good. Let's see the 4 normal
any
guys.
Nah, I trust my boy Meph.
Let's see, they all have
Even though he's
plus
looking
1.
particularly.
Oh, hey, I'm
ugly
giving
right now.
snacks on my
So-
birthday.
So
One.
1 fail,
That
2
works.
pass,
Huh?
1 fail.
September 25th. That's my
So-
birthday.
Yeah,
These
I
two
think those
fail,
are all our
these two
birthdays.
pass.
Oh, it's
Wait, with the
order of
DC 18?
snacks, so,
Yeah, but
oh.
he also keeps a little reminder because he's
Okay.
just the nice
And,
guy.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah,
so they
Nick
are
says 5'10".
frightened.
Yeah. I see.
Wonderful.
And it's like the flavor
do you have a
text is
bottle cap
like.
thing that I could use?
Yeah, dog.
What did you
Or,
name?
How big?
Something smallish
Okay.
for just 2 of them.
For 2
What's
of
that
them?
show or represent?
So,
this will be
I'm out of small ones.
They're
Oh,
scared of him.
Just frightened.
Oh.
We'll use it for concentration too when you take a hit.
I still have my con.
Oh, I should have a concentration thing too since
Can
I'm
you pass me one then?
a hasty
I'll
boy.
just use the same. Don't meta.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so
here's an
like
idea.
the transformation action is like
Now
skeletal
that-
black
If you
wings.
guys, if you just
pop
get
out from my
bottles,
back.
drink bottles, like plastic bottles, just
Fair
take the things
Evenwood
off.
at the top of the
Let's just
round.
collect them.
Hinted like the perfect place to keep it up.
Like right here, like
Yeah,
there's a water bottle right here.
I was like
That's what,
Mephistopheles had flavor
that's what
text.
these are from, right here.
Mephistopheles
Yeah,
had
this is,
flavor text for his transformation.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just like
Oh, sorry,
like
yeah, yeah.
skeletal black wings pop out from my
Awesome.
back and everything like that. So,
Yeah, so sort of as the wings beat forward, they send shrouds of shadow, sort of like wisps of shadow beating against the people that are standing before you, and the captain seems to be completely unfazed by this. He's obviously seen worse in his many years, but the younger Drow standing in front of you are finding this all a little bit much to bear, and the two on the end seem like they're just going to be about
Like where it's at right now,
almost.
with
Uh,
frightened being
Fair
black
Evenwood.
and the
Your
concentration being white.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to dump all 4 attacks onto Bossman.
Cool.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
So
I was thinking about collecting them and figuring out what this portal thing is.
you can
I'll try
have it
not
be
to make
non.
it. I'll try not to make it.
You can choose to make damage subdual. If his subdual total exceeds his current hit points total, then he'll fall unconscious but not die.
Sure.
So it's more like beating him over the head with a sort of non-lethal attack. Or like beating him in the
Bad
head
drop.
with your arrow versus like stabbing him in the eye with your arrow is sort of would be lethal damage.
Sends a horizontal arrow right into his forehead.
Yeah.
I will now roll 4 d20s.
Wonderful. Let's go.
Oh no! Oh no! That is not good.
Okay. The lowest is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that is above his AC.
They all hit.
Well. Voice.
Yeah, his AC isn't the nicest, even though he's wearing lovely armor. It is just chainmail.
Joy, are you flanking Bossman?
No, I'm kind of like to the side, sort of. I think.
Yeah, he's like 5 feet away.
Okay. So, flank. I forgot it's 6 now.
No, he's 5 feet away, so
No,
Sneak
no
attack
flank.
is 5.
Sorry,
Oh,
he's 10 feet away. That's
Okay.
what I meant to say. There's
I was
a
like,
square of
well.
5 feet between them. My bad.
That's low. That's not good.
Oh, it's real low, man.
27 damage.
27 damage to this gentleman as the arrow sort of flies horizontally, smacking him in the neck, trying desperately to knock him out or make him fall unconscious, but actually doesn't have a scratch on him, so he's totally fine.
That could have been lethal.
What was the total again? Sorry.
27.
Cool. So yeah, he is looking just fine. A little bruised on the neck, sort of starts to appear, but besides that, any moves or bonuses you'd like to take? Wonderful.
You have Sentinel, right?
So you have a friend that's right next to you. That probably seems like a pretty decent,
rather hittable,
Yeah, but I
rather
was
hittable
also
target.
told to run back to the group, so.
I think the overarching command was
Oh,
do
okay,
as much
so we're not
damage as
doing
possible
literal? We're
as
not going
quickly
for
as
literal.
possible.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
And this guy's got a really powerful spell
Okay,
being.
so I'm gonna go for
Big hits.
That's okay.
no.
I
and
understand.
also frenzied.
Reckless
Frenzy,
attack.
reckless.
Yeah.
If you have Great Weapon Master,
You
anything
don't.
you could do to throw
You don't have
damage.
Great Weapon Master.
Anything you can do to throw damage.
Goodbye,
on
Cedar.
it.
So
The boy's gonna make it.
3 d20s, add 10.
Cedar is now unconscious.
I could have used my bonus action to hidden step because I forgot that she was.
We didn't. We
Would've
never
known.
knew.
You don't know.
We don't know at
yeah.
all. So.
You just
Alright.
know that she got hit with a spell.
I think she hits you. 14 is the
highest.
lowest.
Yeah.
His AC is 13.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
15.
that's Miggle
15. I was not hit.
Okay, so you get hit twice.
Oh,
Okay.
so-
Okay.
So 6d4 plus
what were the individual hit, by the way?
17 and like 20 something.
Could I have 2 concentration checks while she's rolling?
It's con, right?
Actually,
Okay.
yes, you're right.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
roll,
How do you roll?
so roll
What is that?
3,
Roll.
roll
What
3d4.
is it?
Okay.
Yes, it is
Plus
con.
2,
Yeah, that's right.
2, 4, 7.
Constitution for concentration.
1d6,
So,
17, your DC.
So he has to beat a 10 right now.
Well, hold on, let him do the.
17 is my first one. Plus.
Cool. That means the.
For the first
the DC
strike,
for the
it's
first
maintained.
strike.
Yeah. So now a second strike's
So
coming.
then roll the second.
They haven't rolled this. The damage hasn't been done yet.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're right.
I actually rolled a old spooky 20, but like, yeah. Okay, cool.
Appreciate it. Cool.
Okay, so now roll 3 more d4s.
Sorry.
That's okay.
1, 2, 4.
Plus
Plus
like
16.
10. So you have to beat another 10.
Okay.
Do it.
Nat 20.
Nice.
He's concentrating.
Miggly! What are you doing?
Fuck, man.
So 20
Yeah,
damage
get a
total.
Miggle.
Die, Cookie
20
Monster!
damage total.
Think of name that.
It was
Because you beat
10
a 10 the
plus.
first time.
Yeah, so I guess 20 total.
Cool. It's not too bad.
Could have been worse. 20 total though.
Oh, okay.
Still take the damage.
No, yeah, okay, 20 total damage. Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you roll all those attacks with advantage?
No.
Because it could have been reckless.
Yeah. I guess they would have done.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
I
let that one slide by. Though your body is the sort of internal monologue of this voice is telling you to recklessly attack do as much
I saw
possible damage that you can.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
All of you
yeah.
notice Cedar sort of cry out despite no enemies being near him or casting spells on him or anything.
Fuck, man.
So the fancy Drow guy goes next, and he's going to cast Levitate on himself and float up into the air.
Do I swing at him?
No, you were threatening.
Oh.
You come down here.
He rises 20 feet.
Whoa.
I can Misty Step to him and just
In
grab on
midair.
and stab him.
No, you think you grab
Stabby
him?
stab.
You grab him and use him as a landing pad.
Cool. That is his turn. He is now Daryl's turn.
I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I still have my Expeditious Retreat on, so I can use my bonus action to move 30 more feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just kind of like in this little crooks and nannies. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I want to be over here instead. And I will cast
Said you wanted a distraction.
Hey, Sita, you want to sunblast that guy in the sky? Then I'll take on these guys.
I could also hit multiple targets at once.
I will cast
While
Hold
hitting
Person
him.
on the
I
flying
could also
man.
hit these 4 in
On
a
the what?
row, hypothetically.
Flying man.
Cool. What
I
save does
can
he
probably
get?
take out
He
one with
needs
each
to
attack,
beat
so I can
a
take out probably
wisdom
I
saving
mean, if
throw
your
of
attack comes first, then do
16.
your thing.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my 17 based
I
on
really
the
want
ultimate.
banishment.
But that being said, yeah, I could
Plus
take
6,
out
he
all
gets
4
a
of these with
14.
one.
He fails.
So
No, I thought it was 13 to beat.
It's 16 to beat.
16 to beat. He fails.
Ha!
Yes.
so
He is paralyzed,
Cool.
but I think he still floats.
Yeah, the spell would still doesn't require any.
But I don't think I can kinesis him.
Actually, it is concentration. But he has nothing to do but concentrate on the spell now,
Guys, that's true.
since he can't move his arms.
So he is now a hot air balloon.
Yes.
Yeah.
My expeditious retreat fades as I'm now maintaining Hold Person.
Oh yeah. So he sort of, you see him stiffen in the sky. He goes, what is happening?
Yeah,
And
now
then it
he's just frozen.
just like rises to his neck as his just jaw is frozen open.
So it's Macy's Day Parade.
Yeah, exactly. Anything left for Daryl? No, you took your bonus. So
I use my bonus action.
shield one is dead. Joy, it is your turn.
Oh, fun. Okay, so the lady who killed her friend is still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna swing my sword at her,
Cool.
which is 21.
That hits.
Yeah, so then I will, and I think my poison strike will probably apply now. So where is? I'll do that, and then 4,
here.
and then 1. Reroll that. 4, 8, plus 8. That's 16. Thank you, good sir. Then that, which is 3. So that's
19.
19. Yes. And then is she still alive?
Yes.
Then that okay, yeah. So then the poison strike, which is 2d10.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it's a big channel
You
today.
have 2 of those.
2, 3. Wait, this is not a 10, is it?
No, this is.
Does it well.
Oh, I was wrong. That's 3, and then 7. So then 10 plus my paladin level. So then 20. 21.
21 damage. Beautiful. You slam your sword into this drow's shoulder, and it sort of goes to one knee with the full force of your attack, and you just bring your sword up again and do that 3 more times to or that was only one attack.
Yeah, only one attack.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So you just beat it down to one knee with your first attack, and you can make your second attack if you'd like.
Did she die from just that one attack?
No, she-
Oh, cool. Then I'm gonna do a second swing. That's not how you do a swing. Second swing,
Kind of cocked.
23.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little cocked.
all right, I'll re-roll.
Just roll it in the dice tray.
Oh, is he 5 feet away from a friend right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use another one of... Okay, actually, I had to ask something, Adam, because there's something I wanted to ask you about. It says for this aura, I have, this is the benefits you get. It says this, you have advantage on any melee. Then it's this,
should be
it
here,
says
like,
you can use
any
the ability
second,
3 times.
right?
Do you think that applies to both of them, or just the treacherous strike?
No, I think the Cold Hurt is just a
Oh, okay.
It's just a
Sweet.
standard
okay,
ability.
because that's free. Then I guess I get a roll with
You're
advantage on this
virtued.
one.
cool.
So then 10, and then 16. So I assume that hits.
Yes.
And then I'm going to, just normal swing. We'll reroll that. So 15 plus
Wow.
1, 16.
Cool. The creature is still alive. It's much more wounded as you draw your sword back up again and slam it into the same shoulder.
All right, then I guess I'm dropping the third attack on it.
Wonderful.
17. See if I get the 17 plus so that's 29. So then I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
Is it blood? It's pretty bloody to this point, right?
Yeah, very thoroughly bloodied.
Okay, then I'm gonna see if that's 9 plus 8, 17 plus this, so 7, so that's 24.
That will do it. How do you want to do it?
All right, so then we can just describe it as I did the breach to the ground, and I'll just do the lunge behind and stab up again through the back of the chest, and then
Nice.
just blast it.
Yes, you just run it through, cast it down onto the ground, turn around, just staring up at the frozen
Man.
frozen boss man. Let's see. So the X1 is dead. It is Ghost's turn.
I'm gonna ignore the two in front of me.
Okay.
And wait a minute, let me make sure this is.
Was that a drow that I just attacked, or
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Yeah,
These
they're
are all
all
drow.
Okay, I was gonna make sure.
10, 20, 25,
I heard creature at some point.
Okay.
so-
Where's the old man with the stick?
He's dead.
He died.
He got stabbed as soon as you
Fuck.
entered
Do anyone have any gems?
Revivify.
I know. I'm gonna revivify
Alright,
this man.
watch me.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on
Cool.
this guy, and for the disadvantage for the ability score, I choose Dexterity,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
He's
shoot him
also
twice.
paralyzed.
Oh,
So it's
I'm
like an
gonna shoot him
auto fail
twice.
then.
It would be. If it's a dex save.
It is.
Yeah, you automatically fail strength and
I
dex
mean,
save
he's my
test.
bitch right now.
Oh, then I guess
Like,
I'll
I don't think-
choose
I don't think we
Charisma
need to-
instead.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot him twice.
Alright.
Cool.
So would that be advantage because he's paralyzed? Or no, I have to be 5 feet of him, huh?
Melee
No,
attacks are
room.
auto crits.
It's a wolf.
Yeah, it's actually only within
I was
5
stretching
feet.
them out because
Yeah.
I saw everybody had their
So
feet
everybody
tucked in.
So it's like you
And,
still
like, I
can
just had to
miss
stretch
him,
my arm.
even
Yeah.
though he's not trying to dodge.
He's
Right.
still a balloon.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I think he.
But he's not going to
Good
try and
target
dodge your
practice,
attack,
you know?
but she could still
Yeah,
just like.
it's target
hold it up.
practice.
Oh yeah, you should definitely long bows would be crits, right?
Yeah. But
No.
I'll try to shoot him
Oh no,
twice.
because you have to be within 5 feet, right? You're right.
The lowest to hit is a 24, and then
That's way above his AC.
yeah,
Big hits.
and then plus 1d6 for, or I guess 2 because I'm hitting him twice.
That
There you go.
sounds like Zod.
Yep.
Yarr! Alright. Who wants to get a slice?
Yeah.
The hills are
Grab a
alive
slice,
with the sound
eh?
of pizza.
Oh,
I got some $7 right here.
Dang it. I do not have.
I only have yen.
Give him a yen. You
I didn't
won't.
bring my wallet.
Sorry, I only have one.
Oh shoot! I only have 20. Yeah.
That's a 32 damage.
Damn.
Done.
I like actually only have yen though.
Yeah, I know. I should have brought my wallet. I was.
Can you keep
Oh,
him
and blink.
Can you keep him unconscious so you kill him?
How's it
Okay.
look?
I blink.
Cool.
So which one of these guys died?
Can you use
Oh,
invisible
Yellow
ghosts
Man, I think.
Yeah.
when you need
Yellow Man died, right? Adam.
Yeah, he's super dead. Oh, wait, which one? Oh, the axe one died, but there was still. I think that. Oh, yeah, that one died.
I think that was the one. Yeah, that was the one. I
Yeah,
saw,
that was
right.
the one that died.
She going.
She goes.
Bye.
And we can clear 10 feet away.
Yeah, no.
At the start of my
You know,
turn.
technically, Adam, that
Wow.
poison strike thing, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like max rolls if you have advantage, but I think I should just get rid of that because that sounds kind of
That's
fun.
That
right
does,
here.
yeah.
All the more reason to keep it.
The one with Goblin is gonna step. The one
Damn
with
it.
the Goblin mini is gonna step
I was gonna
forward.
hit all three of them.
You fool!
And attack.
You dead, Jack.
Oh no.
You think you
Oh,
can enter the
man.
rage cage with me?
Oh man, Meph,
Red
if you
ray
remove
sword.
one thing over, unless you're okay with getting hit with a sunblast, but
The highest was a
no, I don't
14.
think
No.
you really want that.
He is resistant to radiant.
And necrotic.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. I don't know why Aasimar got that.
Oh, actually, both of us, or one of us had been.
Oh.
Because you had been surrounded by fancy
Oh,
fairy
yeah,
fire.
right.
Oh, he got a 23.
Nope.
Oh! Get out of here.
Get out of my house!
Do you want to go back upstairs?
Yeah, the land of plates of paper and.
We can pause here if you guys like.
Yeah.
Sure.
For a
Cutscene.
mid-battle cutscene. See, as the Drow captain gets frozen high up in the air, we're back into the action, and the Drow on the end there, the blue one, he's frightened by Mephistopheles' enormous black shadowy wings, and he is just gonna stay right where he is because he can't willingly move closer. Mephistopheles. He's just cowering, but too afraid of retribution if he runs. So he's just gonna not take any action.
He's double frightened. All right.
The one next to Ghost.
Can't
Are you
get closer,
Conquest, Deston?
can't run away.
Huh?
Are you Conquest or
Vengeance.
Oh.
I'm vengeance.
Vengeance. So the one with the axe, and then he takes his scimitar and swings it and hits nothing in front of him, the
What an
space he
asshole.
used to be. But the misty form of this scimitar almost surprises you, and you kind of jump back to avoid it instinctively, even though it's ethereal and passes right through you. realizing that you're not there, it makes a turn to go attack at Farro.
Sorry.
15, 20, 25, 30, I believe is his.
That's a really far away enemy to go after.
It's the only one it sees.
Yeah, he sort of
It's
turns.
It's like, wait, it's over there.
Sees a half elf sort of hidden. He goes, "There's an elf over there. Let's get him."
An elf.
He doesn't, but he's making the number one mistake in team-based games where he just makes a decision, communicates poorly, and then run away from his team.
Damn.
Yep.
He was otherwise distracted doing
Farro,
their own
elf
thing.
on a shelf.
That's League of Legends shit.
I made that joke.
What the
before.
fuck?
We had him, and we
Um,
lifted him onto the
which,
stage, and I was like, up on a shelf.
What spell are you currently concentrating on?
Hold
Farro on a shelf.
So
Elf on a
I got
shelf.
him. He's-
Oh shit! You heard of elf on a shelf?
No, get ready for assassin on your balcony.
So I figure clean up the trash on the ground.
The
and
first,
then
the
question,
drow
and
that
then
takes the
Ready
form
for
of
an
a bird
assassin
creature,
figure out what to do.
swings at Mephistopheles, but it sort of bounces off his shield as you're not
It's
even
more just
almost
like,
really
I was
trying to
considering
defend
turning
against this
invisible to
particular
run
one.
from
No, my
But
arm was
still-
just there.
I was
Yeah,
considering
it's just
turning
there.
to run, or turning invisible to run.
I didn't
so
have
I
to
could
move,
get
he
away
just
from
swung
Mickey's
at the shield.
attacks. But
One with the arrow is
Yeah,
going to take
and
the
I
dash
think I might be
action.
able
So
to,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
See if
30,
I'm gonna see if I can tell
35,
if
40,
she's not
45,
acting
50,
normally.
when's
55,
your
60.
turn? Oh yeah.
Are you sure you want to rage cage with me, boy?
Boy!
It snarls at you, but it's confident and bravado. It's like, yes, we should kill this abomination of a creature. It's worse than an even elf.
Racist.
Hey. See,
All
don't
right,
come on,
Drow.
boy, like that.
Drow.
It's your turn.
Drow hate elves. And everyone hate Drow.
Oh,
And
I see what Adam did with the
Elves?
drows.
With the
Elves
translating
and
episode,
humans
it's like,
all
it's
hate
so
half
racist.
elves.
Like, you like Volga with
Because
translation.
Everyone
to
hates
each
half
race,
elves.
we look like the other one. To humans,
Yeah,
we look
so,
elf. To elves, we look.
Get away
human.
from Miggle. Alright, I'm gonna bonus
So they
action
fucking hate
hidden
us.
step. And,
Bam!
1, 2, 3.
Look at him go.
How are these guys looking health wise?
Not too bad.
They're doing fine, pretty well.
I don't think they've been hit.
Yeah, I don't think the bird one hasn't been hit, and then I think the goblin one's been hit a bit, but he's not bloodied. He's got a few wounds though.
And I still have my attacks.
So,
Meph's going next, so
and I'm
he hasn't
gonna,
engaged these guys
I'm gonna
yet.
go backpack and then
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then turning visible. I'm gonna use my action to sunbeam, hitting both of these guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just sort of
Hi.
go for the low sunbeam,
Mhm.
fire
I'm
it
alone
up
all
at an
by
angle into the sky.
Yeah.
My
Make
parents
con
aren't
saves.
home.
Cool.
Yeah, no.
Stop.
Being a hold person, does this man get any penalties, or is he just
For con, I wouldn't say so.
Oh, yeah,
It just doesn't require movement to
Yeah, that's
fortify
just
yourself.
general toughness.
Yeah, though the bird one fails, and then
'Cause it's you
he
think
also
you
gets
can't
a fuck,
move.
so he fails.
He gets a fuck.
He got a fuck, and the other one got a 4. Or
Damn.
something stupid like that.
What
So,
did
Yeah,
what'd they fuck for?
What's going on with you today, man?
Yeah,
No, dude.
Adam, come on.
I'm just not on the ball today.
It's not.
It's 'cause I'm sitting next
You're
to
just
him.
rolling dice,
Yeah.
man. You're not.
I mean,
doing
I
I'm
was
anything.
next-
not really rolling the dice. I'm just
Okay.
rolling the dice.
Okay. Next time, really roll those.
From the
dice.
diaphragm, Adam.
Yeah.
That's what you wish for.
The diaphragm?
Ah!
You
You get
Alright.
inspiration for that.
Mark
Use
down
it
inspiration.
wisely.
God damn.
6
It means anytime you want, you
yeah.
can. If you don't like a roll, you can say using inspiration.
Better.
Reroll.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Okay.
In my mind, Drow are fiends. Can I use my
The
fiend
you
bonus?
can win the game with bad puns.
I'm gonna say
Unfortunately,
You like
reality
Dungeons and
does
Dragons
not
now.
change the reality.
Damn. No, yes.
okay, so 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 6 is 9,
Quick
plus
maths.
6 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 8 is 29. So yeah,
That's a big old 29.
Big
Yeah,
old
it's more
29
than the
damage.
first.
I love it. Do that and that. Is he bloodied? Yes. So the bird one goes from being fairly hale and hearty individual, maybe a couple of scratches on him, and you just sort of drop to one knee and blast your sunlight directly up into the air, and it sort of takes the side of his abdomen and almost burns it away, just leaving a perfectly circular hole in the side of him. And then that beam is perfectly aligned to strike at the second one, He sort of takes it in the arm and it wears down his flesh just to show the bone between his arm and his hand. So yeah, that was very, very unpleasant.
Burn, baby, burn.
That was very unpleasant.
Was the
experience for both of
was
them.
the floaty boy the one who got burned to the arm?
Yeah.
So both of his arms are burned now.
No,
Okay.
Book boy.
Oh, Book
who
boy,
died
that's right, yeah.
later. Book girl, actually.
Book girl got his
Died later.
arm shredded.
I think that's Mephistopheles.
Hi.
Oh, sorry. Did you have more?
No, I was gonna say they're also blinded. So
Cool. Good to know. Yeah.
I will like to attack the gobbo.
Fucking bring it.
With my now purple sun sword. 14 is the raw.
Okay.
Plus 9.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So 2d8, and then I like to burn a second level.
Oh boy.
Divine Smite.
Oh god.
Here it comes. The 3d8.
Actually, I need 3. I need 3d8.
And also your base ones, of course.
Yeah. There we go. Because
I've got the die hook up here.
Damn.
Play the game, play the
All
And
these
that's
are
gonna be
D8s.
plus.
All
You're
right.
doing 2 attacks. That's gonna be plus 22 necrotic damage, right?
I know it's only as a single bonus action. So
Oh, it's a bonus action? I thought it was just your first hit. You want? No, it's once per turn. Yeah, you get.
I can use it as a bonus action to add
Oh,
11
I see.
damage.
Oh yeah, that makes it a little less broken.
I was gonna say. I always thought it was a.
Yeah.
Make enough bad puns. I will.
Yikes.
7.
Though it's inspiration is kind of use it or lose
It's okay, I
it.
have a
Because
good
if I
backup
award you a second one, Miggle, you wouldn't get
8.
2.
I don't think I.
So
don't
8,
think I'm gonna
16,
You might.
23,
You never know.
59.
23, 30,
3 attacks.
35,
Advantage.
35, 45, 46 damage on the first attack.
Ooh, that is enough to kill it.
Ooh.
First
On the first attack.
On the first attack, you bring down your sun sword and sort of split this creature in half, right down the middle, from the tip of his neck all the way down to between his legs, and he just sort of falls into 2 pieces, completely eviscerated by your true strike.
Disgusting.
And Meph just lets out a small.
Strongest reaction from Meph yet.
Fuck you, man. I'm laughing at his phone.
And then second attack, I'm gonna have to go after the bird.
Let's see.
Cool.
That's
11 plus 9, Spooky20.
That hits.
All right. I'm gonna burn another second level spell slot.
Good god, man.
I unfortunately can't add the 11 again, so. Oh, it's lower numbers here.
Oh, you have advantage on that attack roll, because he's blinded.
So just see if I can confirm the.
Yeah, just roll to see if you get a crit.
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So 10, 2, let's see, 8.
Remember this hot name.
I remember that.
8
Oh
plus
my God.
3, that's 11, 21, 26 damage.
26 damage.
Cool.
Cool.
60.
So you try the same move on this one, but it's wearing a bigger helm and it's a little bit thicker of a creature, a little more well put together, even though it's got a hole in its side. So your sword sort of glances off the side of its helm and does a good deal of damage to its shoulder and its sort of arm, its bicep, but you didn't quite accomplish the feat you accomplished earlier.
He's more of an army guy.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Yeah, very. You might call him an army boy.
Oh my god.
Farro Evenwood at the top of the round.
Give yourself
Farrow's still real
inspiration.
buzzed. So what he's gonna
Inspiration.
do
You can undo
is
a roll.
there's the Drow elf in front of him.
Yeah, it was right in front of him. And
I'm gonna
there's
use my
one.
bonus action to disengage and just like shrug him off and be like, "You're not important right now. Fuck off."
I don't care about you.
You're not my priority. Head out about 30 feet or so.
Okay, alright.
Alright. Farrow's taking a little bit of interest in the whip that this guy's making.
Oh, yeah.
What about his nene?
I was gonna say it looks like
His
he's like
name is-
reverse. He's reverse dabbing
He's like
right here.
perfectly still. His name is awful.
His name is terrible execution.
He just puts a hand up like.
Also, I'd like to imagine the Drow dance like the whitest of white people.
Oh yeah.
I feel personally attacked.
Don't worry, that's how I dance.
Yeah, that's how we all
I'm
do.
going to use my first of 4
Cool.
to take his hand off.
Oh, to knock the whip, the hand
The
with
one
the
that
whip
he,
in it?
the
Yeah.
one that is holding, I'm gonna take it off by the wrist.
Okay.
Remember when Chucky
Allowed if you do
took the
more than
original
20
standing
damage.
dance and ruined it
Let's
with a twist.
see. 24 to hit.
That hits. None of you guys have missed.
Pretty
They
much.
also have pretty low ACs. So.
Yeah, and you've just been rolling one after one after one after
Yeah,
one.
that's great.
Farro is the only figure
17
on
damage?
Yeah, that
Wait, where'd Ghost
that
go?
doesn't quite take his wrist off, but if you spend
Oh,
another
is
attack
you?
and do the remaining 3,
Sure.
so that's 20. He's sort of hanging on by one thin tendon.
He's unpleased. Try again.
That's pretty disgusting, though.
Natural 17 plus whatever, so 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that would hit.
Unless if you
The
hold
only way these die
snake
can,
eyes.
the only way these die can fuck me is if I roll 2 ones. 8 damage.
Okay.
8 damage, cool. So you, you fire your arrow again, it strikes true, clipping off the last remaining tendon as his hand clutching this whip falls to the floor, lands below him.
Now,
No shit.
The hand
reaverting my attention, I'm making 2 separate attacks against the 2 to my left and right.
Cool.
The lowest attack is going to be a 17.
That hits.
Oh man, the one to my left takes 12 damage.
The one with the arrow in its hand? Or
The
the
one
bow
with
in its
the
hand?
axe.
Ah, splendid. Takes how much damage?
12.
Ah, he, cool.
And the one to the right takes. That's better. 23 damage.
Okay.
Oh shit, we're so fucking lucky this game.
Oh yeah.
You get me?
Hopefully me saying it out loud will jinx it.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's the captain's turn. Does he get a save?
Save? Yeah.
Cool. What is the DC and type?
Well, hold on. Actually, does he?
Well, he got a 9, so he's probably going to make it. Is it the Constitution?
I'm checking. Hold person.
Probably is it try at the end of his
It can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn.
So he gets a 12.
That doesn't do it. I'm sorry.
Well, that is shame because it is your turn.
He's gonna have to try to get. Oh, it's my turn right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, when's Wilgio?
What?
She's after me.
When's Mil
Oh, did I miss you?
Yes, you did.
Oh my goodness, Anna.
Oh, that's fine.
She was like, she like went right after Farro. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before he makes the save, Niggledy gets to go because I put down your own Pharaoh's cards.
So that's 3 attacks at him.
Yeah, closest.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Reckless. So I'll
Reckless.
wait,
How long does it
advantage.
last?
Would you mind,
Concentration is
Uh,
probably gonna
it's
get
It's only been
broken.
2
Would you mind
rounds
getting me
since
some
she has
mozzarella?
taken it.
Oh
3
boy.
attacks.
Since she's been.
She doesn't get a save to
All the
resave
I'm
every
gonna-
round.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna reroll, but
Well, thanks for that.
No problem.
this is 6 and 3. Okay. What? Plus 10.
Good guy.
Only one of those misses.
Okay.
The 13 does not hit.
Okay. So 2 of them hit.
Yes. Are you sure? With advantage, the lowest you got on one was 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, bud.
So 2, 2, and 3. 7 plus 6 is 13.
Okay.
And 3, 4, 1, 8 plus 6 is 14.
Ow!
Damn.
Yeesh.
I am almost bloodied.
Yeesh.
Niggledy runs up and hammers Daryl a couple of times.
As she's hitting me with her giant ass club multiple
Yes.
times, do I get the sense that anything might be off?
Something is very
She's
clearly
never
amiss.
liked you, Daryl.
Okay.
She's
So
sort
I
of.
gave her
face
25
is-
gold and everything.
Her face is completely expressionless as she's just wailing on you.
Do I feel like she might be charmed?
You feel like she might be out of her mind in some way, shape, or
Get out
form.
of young
Wait a
man.
And that spell that happened earlier may or may not be related to that.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What is that?
Can I know
Oh,
Lily's,
that might have
Or
happened.
not will save. That's not how this game works. Shoot, what is it? Charisma score.
So
like,
technically, she couldn't have been charmed while raging because of Barbarian, but we might as well just say, meh, shit happens.
Yeah, and it was a spell.
Yeah.
I think it's similar to
Like
Antipathy Sympathy.
Strahd-
But it's literally called, it's actually the spell Dominate Monster, so I feel like it's not a charm.
Yeah, that's different.
I can
Let
look
me
at the
check.
spell card.
Yeah,
though.
we can.
I thought it was suggestion.
get down
Wait,
to
Dominate
budget.
Monster works
suggestion
on
too.
person?
But that might have been Dominate Monster.
People can be monsters
and he
too,
was just
Deston.
speaking. But
That's why the
like,
Witcher
people
has
Are
who are fucking
monsters,
Dominant
Destin.
monsters. This guy's a huge.
Specifically.
Hey.
Someone had to say it.
Yeah.
He was only saying what we're all thinking.
Dominate Monster is an enchantment. It's concentration. So
He's
we will
dead.
say you took this action and then have been released from the spell.
Hey.
It's hard to concentrate when you're dead.
It is hard
She
to
still attacked
concentrate.
Daryl though.
Oh,
No,
he's dead?
the spell was powerful enough that it lasted
It, like,
these 2
lasted
rounds, we'll say. Just to not have to retcon her
Yeah, sure.
on attacking people. The Drow
Maybe she just
captain
wanted
fails.
Maybe she just wanted to attack Daryl.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe
Well,
I
anyways,
She really-
Daryl, it is your turn.
She really didn't
You
like
didn't
the
give me
way I
enough
was
gold.
looking at her.
So does she now like look like
Friendly
she snapped
fire.
out of it?
Yeah, she looks like she's
Alright.
back to normal. As normal as Miggledy, as normal as this
Are
person
you
we know.
fucking kidding me?
Don't.
How much damage did she do to you?
In total, she did 27,
Oh. Ooh.
Ouch.
which
Decent.
I have 59 hit points
Oh damn.
in total.
Oh,
What level are you?
11.
Oh, huh, dang.
I'm a squishy little boy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Look at my belly.
I feel less squishy now, actually.
Yeah, I'm very squishy.
the squishiest
That's
of us
why.
all-
That's
of us
why I
all.
try and stay 15 feet behind you when you open doors.
Yeah, I should really be in the front. I got Elaine. That's 25 years.
So what we got? What we got on the battlefield right now? We got
several Drow remaining, 3 Drow soldier types. Actually, 2 more Drow soldier types over by Mr. Farro, and then we got Captain Boy hanging in the air.
who's looking like they're like barely hanging on, if any.
We're looking at.
Ghost, I need you to appear near me.
Nobody's
I
really
need that sneak
hanging
attack.
on. They're all
I'm
all
not a
wounded
melee fighter.
to some degree.
I am.
In varying degrees. The Drow captain, the most grievously, he's taken several.
I realized
hits from
Farrow's a very
friends.
well-rounded fighter.
I am going to
Eat a bing gets there.
try to non-lethally. I'm going to try and do non-lethal damage with my firebolt cantrip against the still paralyzed floating balloon.
Okay. So yeah, roll for attack. Do your normal, like a spell attack.
So no advantage.
No, it's for melee weapons.
That
within
is a
5 feet.
spooky 20.
Well, that hits.
So the damage I believe is going to be 2d10.
Correct.
Oh, my bad, I am incorrect. It is 3d10.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, you.
Is your level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm level 11.
So, my rogue,
5, 7,
he has a
12.
maxed out con.
Oh,
I remember you showed me.
damage!
It's so much
Daryl,
health.
you
113.
dog!
So he could literally go to the front.
He knows how to
God,
fight.
That's true.
That's the most
Oh, man.
that's the most damage Daryl's ever done.
How much you do?
Holy shit.
20.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, old man.
That's like a fifth of what Farro can do.
The least damage Farrow's ever launched ever since getting this arrow was like 70. The least.
So Daryl, you sort of
Please,
go
no.
through the unfamiliar motions of whipping out your finger guns, and then just sideways line up your shot like, this is how the kids do it, right?
I think I sounded like no, that's the old voice. I think I sounded like that. Bam, bada bing,
Bada
bada boom.
This lance of fire, 3 of them streak out of your fingers and connect with the man hanging in the sky in front of this big black circle, and you sort of knock him a little back.
Oh shit! I have to roll concentration
And,
on hold person.
You didn't take any damage, did you?
She
Oh, yeah.
want my ass.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
So she hit me twice, and it was like I think I'd have to beat a 10 both times, right? Or no, it was 27, so it would have been
About 14 each.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
half
but
it's
13.
still 10 to beat because it's half the damage or 10.
Oh yeah.
13 each. Sorry. So,
But
half.
it's half the damage or 10.
Okay.
If it's lower. So I've succeeded on the first one. I beat the 10. I've dropped whole person.
Cool.
Brutal.
Okay, I can pick it up.
And wonderful. So the captain sort of starts shaking off his as his muscles loosen up.
Okay, you guys
It's
can
like-
kill them now.
And on cue, Joy, it's your turn.
Alrighty, so
He's 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air. You hit him with the nice 20 fireball bolt, right?
Yeah.
So is he, how hurt's this guy looking?
He's definitely bloodied. He's got several grievous wounds, a hole missing from his side, scorch marks on the front of his chainmail armor.
I think so.
He's not looking too hot.
He's missing a hand.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
Can I
He's
know?
missing a hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, I thought the hand was the.
I took off his hand because I
Oh,
want his.
Oh,
second
that's right.
hand.
There's two. Yeah.
Karanowski.
Yeah.
There's a hand holding a whip on the floor below him.
40.
What's your D8?
Oh, sorry, I'm holding it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but-
I'm actually.
No, that's it.
So how
That's like
what's
that.
the health level on the health level
That's
on
the
these
good
boys?
shit.
Like
They're
which
all
one's
about.
can
They're
take
all
it.
I feel like
maybe bordering on bloody.
Okay.
Except
Again,
some of them look. I think the
What's the least bloody?
the least
So
bloodied
you
is
can
the.
do-
Oh, those
We've
guys
been
over there
through.
by
So that
Farro.
would be.
They-
And
So
the
it is
least
a
one
hard
near
guy.
you
You can get
would be
24 plus 6.
probably
you can
the
do 30.
bird.
You can do
Yeah, you know what?
one
I'm just
attack
gonna
and
turn on the bird.
maximum damage is
Cool.
And I'm gonna do
I don't think
Oh,
so.
no.
3 Big
I'm
Daddy
sorry.
swings on him. Where am I? D8.
I feel like it's been a
Come
really
on.
long time
Twice.
since then, so it might just
Twice.
D8.
He's taking a ton of damage.
Oh, not TH. I meant
What?
D20. I'm dummy.
Left hit is a
Yeah.
concentration
Yeah.
spell.
What do I
Yeah,
do? I
average,
don't
but
remember
like,
D20.
if
so-
those
Left
dice
Literally,
go,
I just saw it.
if you get
Oh,
the
he-
dice,
Well, he
you
was.
get
Oh yeah, I should have
That's the
been.
game, though. I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
DC of 40.
Even when it has
Yeah, and
those-
concentration
Oh, whatever,
is
I'll-
like a
I'll-
huge
I'll
thing
work it.
in
At
this
least
fast
yeah,
in this
of course, but
combat.
that's
Oh,
what-
I mean,
I guess he lost it.
I mean,
I
he
love
got
the
hit
game.
like a
Make me
lot,
feel
so I
I'm
assume.
only doing 1. 3 plus
Any of
12. You
these
know,
are
actually, I'm gonna
under
lucky
10?
that.
Throw it in here.
Oh yeah, they're all under 10. So
All
his
right.
concentration drops, and on his turn he'll fall.
He's on the ground. Finish him.
Well, on his turn he'll fall
19.
Stomp him!
to the ground, so he's still up in the air. until
Right now
his turn
he
begins.
ran off the cliff,
Alright,
but he
so I
hasn't
got
looked
a
down
19
yet,
to
so he
hit.
hasn't started
Yeah.
falling.
Oh yeah,
Bart.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a Divine Smite on that one.
Cool.
And then I'll do a tier.
He's
I'll do
wobbling,
a
it's
tier
scaring
2.
me.
I'm feeling
Weeble
frisky.
wobble.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Here.
Alright, so
The
if he
friskiest
needs
is
some
You're the one
D8s.
that's-
Sorry, here, I have 2 D8s.
Oh, thank you. You.
Oh god, that's dangerous.
This, and this.
He's dancing.
I cast Earthquake.
Alright. First one. Wait, no. Oh, nice. Not too bad. That is 14. And then also I need the 1 for my passive plus 4. So 18 plus 6 plus 8.
18 plus 14 is 30.
So
32.
32.
32 plus. Okay. Wait, damn it. I lost track.
18 plus 14?
Yes.
10, okay, this is 10. This is 6, 8. So then 28 plus 4. 32.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, you guys got it.
Quick math.
Cool.
And he's still,
What
he's
was
still,
that?
he's still in there.
Minus 1 is 2. Quick
Yeah.
maths.
Why? Shit, I did it on the wrong guy.
Integral x squared evaluating from 0 to 1 is 1 for quick math. It's not. It's 1/3. Shit.
It says quick maps, not right maps.
Men's not
You
hot.
said 4 what? Sorry.
No, pick up.
32.
Just
Damage, yeah.
No pitch.
Okay, this one is grievously wounded.
All right. What to do about that? I guess I'll just hit him with the a second swing.
Cool.
So I'm just going to. Where is my d20?
You are coming up
18.
to after.
Yep. All right. So I'm assuming 18 is gonna hit. So
Yeah.
then
Sorry.
Go pro. Oh god.
Did you already go?
He goes after you.
9 plus
After me?
8.
Oh.
9 plus. Oh, sorry. Just give
sorry,
me the
yeah,
total
9.
when you're done.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No,
9
you're
plus
good.
8 is 17. 24.
24. That does it.
The gobble's dead.
With it. No.
No?
Bird.
Bird.
Bird's dead.
Bird's dead.
Nice.
Alright, I'll take him.
I needed that bird to die this turn. So
The,
that's pretty well timed.
Well, 'cause I thought I cleaved one of them in half.
That was a different one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Before that.
Okay.
Let's see. So yeah, you Any way you want to do it?
Oh yeah, I'll just do I'll just kind of do a jab into the side with the first one to kind of make him recoil down and go whoop to take off his head.
Perfect.
And then with holy take off his head because I did smite on it.
Yeah. So
And then-
your blade glows with holy energy. So you swipe into his cutout side, sort of dodges, bends down, and then you just use that chance to right off the top of his head.
Well-timed song in
Wonk.
Alright, I got one more attack, so I'm gonna dash over to this little goblin boy. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
Stay out of the line, or don't, because like I'm gonna send these 3 boys.
Ooh,
just
okay,
be
so I can
careful
move.
about where you stay.
Okay, this is what I can do. I can move 60.
If you stay right here, you'll be fine.
But I want to attack this guy this
Oh.
guy. So, but I can do that.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying like you can attack him if you literally just move right
Oh,
here.
I see. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Group hug.
Get off.
And then I'm going to swing at him, and I'm going to do a tier 1 smite on this one. That's a 20.
Not
So I'm
20.
actually, you know what? I'm going to do a tier 2.
I really hate paladins.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's going to be a 68.
Like they're just not fun.
Paladin's OP.
Yeah, kind of.
Plus enough paladin.
68. Okay, so
Just keep just
9.
plus 150 to every HP pool.
9 plus 8. That's 17.
Give us a 30 AC,
There's
but 1 HP.
one
25,
more
25.
cheese slice.
Thank you.
I was looking for army
Yeah.
points, but it's cool.
But you can just take the last slice and just be the
And
dungeon
then
master.
so then that's plus
You
25.
can
plus
smear
7.
the pizza into the garlic stuff. and have a
So
garlic
then
slice.
31 holy damage, and then swords is just
That concept.
5,
That's-
and then
sounds really
roll
cool.
that.
36.
Yeah,
It's a
36.
giant cheesy bread.
Plus
or
there you
giant,
go.
giant
Plus,
garlic.
plus
So
four.
now it's 40, isn't it? Then?
Yeah, 4. Yep, you're right. 40. Then
You're just good.
no, I can't reroll crits, so that's 2,
Just
and then
fat habit right now.
one more.
I'm gonna sitting
1. Okay, so plus 3, so then 43.
Cool. That, I think,
Plus 8. I didn't have the 8.
that
Oh.
is exactly how much
51.
you got, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not exactly. After you added the more, it also died. Even harder.
It died again.
God damn it.
I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna get a
Sorry,
70
Cedar.
roll
And
for
I can't find it. That one? Nope.
Like for me, this is the equivalent of
Yeah.
when we were kids, and I was like, why are you just putting all your points into your water starter?
Because my alligator's a big boy.
Space curse on the good guy.
You
I
also
love him.
destroy the goblin.
So is always the guy that needed to have the balance party.
The last, the two except for the two
Curse,
right
curse,
there.
curse.
Ghost,
Jim, Misty Step, Jack?
it is your turn.
No.
Just like one omega.
It's fine. Okay.
Oh, God.
I reappear.
Where?
Here would be good. Do, do, do.
Uh,
Hearing Daryl say that we can now kill the big guy, I'm gonna place Hexblade's Curse.
Cool.
And
Hexblade's Curse.
yeah, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast, 3 beams, all
Cool.
on him. And that is, I'm gonna use 3 metal dice.
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm
Crit?
using no, the opposite. Twice.
Two
I'm using
fucks.
2 Lux.
Holy shit.
That's way better.
Oh my god.
But 1, 2, 8, 9. The lowest to hit is a 14.
I do not believe a 14 will hit.
Okay. How about a 15?
That also does not hit.
Oh my god. Okay, 1 beam hits
Oh, we finally missed this encounter.
because it's natural 18. So only 1 beam hits.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's all good.
Hold on.
Vision
So
is
that's-
going a little differently.
Wait, I'm trying to
No,
think.
I really
That's
have
5
no visions for how this is
plus
going to go.
Okay.
4, it's 9 automatically, but then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 18 damage.
Cool.
That did not go as
I
planned.
don't know how to describe it.
Hold up. Christmas time, Mr. Christmas time,
Thank you for
Mr.
turning it back to a round number. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, blink. I blink.
Nice. That's handy. Just blinking in and out every turn.
Yeah.
I'm in another dimension.
Love Travis.
Let's see. All right, this one.
Wait, did you see
who's
that
still
part?
frightened.
Okay.
As you blink, you pass by a tiefling.
Yeah. It goes
All right,
to-
you've been following us this whole time. Get a life.
Come on, move on.
The blue
Just
wizard
let
one.
go.
This blue one here is still under fear from Mephistopheles
shouldn't
in
use
his
metal dice.
horrific-looking form, and he's going to continue to cower.
Scared boy.
This one here is gonna take a step forward and
Come on.
take a couple of swings at Mr. Farro.
He rolls
swings.
a 20 and a 20, making up for all the luck that Adam's gotten this entire day.
Right.
What
So
luck?
He has a +7.
It was seconds.
As he swings his two short swords, he gets a 15
Does not hit.
Plus
and
7.
no, so the 15 was with 7, and a 26.
26 does hit.
19.
Got him.
All right.
No, 26 does not hit.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
What did you say?
16.
You take 4 piercing damage.
Yes.
One of the short swords stabs through a kink in your armor, and then
Ooh.
the sword, on closer examination, now that you're examining it with your side, is oozing this sort of acrid liquid
boy.
that smokes when it comes into contact with the air.
Is it
So you
poison?
take 9
You're-
poison damage.
I'm going
He's
to like
immune.
touch the poison and lick it while looking him in the eye.
Well, what? That makes you die.
He's immune to poison.
No king
Evenwood
shaming.
is immune to poison.
Is it immune to poison damage or just immune? Well, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, sure. So just the 4 piercing. Actually, plus.
May I borrow a pencil?
4, so 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing. And like I'm just looking him in the eye while like licking the poison off of his sword.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Put that in
this
my
one
curries.
It's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I drink it for breakfast.
For
That's probably true.
one's another
Rogue and
15 and
Storm
one's
Sword.
a 24.
Kill him.
24 hits.
Cool.
I want to make a canon that you've just been drinking the wine that I stole
You
from
take
you.
5 piercing damage.
I would like to use my evasion
Would be
and
really
take
good.
half.
If you
Sure.
could use
So you
cast
take 2
that on
piercing
your
damage.
Haste and like,
Yeah. Oh,
You-
actually,
You
wow.
goober.
Hey, Farro, you want to multi-class a sorcerer? It'd be so good. We were just talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You could cast on a bonus action with quick and spell
If you're on
cast.
deck.
So
Yes.
You can quick and cast haste, and then just you're hasted instantly.
seeing an opportunity, Cedar is gonna run a 1, a 2, a 3, and
Oh
then
god.
1,
and then
2,
That was last campaign, Deston.
You're in a new world now with German sounding Drow.
another
1.
Goddamn Zen.
Why didn't you make him just the count?
Goddamn
The count from
sins.
Sesame Street, Adam. You know, I feel like you had a missed opportunity there.
That's a really badly missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Just not enough for a shot.
Yeah. So
You're not going to throw it.
I was thinking that, Adam, but
He's up in the air.
yeah. But
I don't know if you can.
Oh wait.
up in the air. Was that a rip-off of Bart? I feel.
Hang on, wait, shit. I was right here.
Remember a
Legal
sky high?
1, 2,
You can move
3,
through.
That was actually a
4,
fucking good
5,
It was a solid ass
6.
Oh, there you go. You can get both. Yeah.
He's trying to like crouch
nestle in
down
there.
at the guy's thighs.
Like, just
and
hold
then
on.
Hit the beam up.
I'm getting the
Nice.
shot
Blast
right here.
something that's maybe dangling between the thighs.
I'm like, why
do
is
it.
my
Like
pencil
the perfect
Nine.
shot.
Ow.
Ow.
Plus 3 is 8.
Ow!
Plus 5 plus
Wait.
3 is 8.
Ow.
Do it.
16.
Wait, what?
You don't have to
16.
Oh, this
shave
is
after
yours.
that.
Oh.
Okay.
29 once again.
So the what?
Did you get another 29?
Calm.
One gets +2. They both get +2. So one gets a 16. One gets a 12.
Neither make it.
Damn.
Ooh.
They
They're,
couldn't
they're
resist
both
you.
blinded and take 29.
Cool. Well, he was already blinded from the first time. That's good.
I can't see
29,
nothing.
you say?
Oh, they're only blinded for 1 turn. Sorry, I should
Oh, okay, cool. So he's blinded again. 21.
29.
29.
Just got his vision back and then.
Should have been wearing the sunglasses.
Oh man. And where's the last one? Here he is. Oh, good. Thanks for bringing me down to a nice round number again. Cool. That's it for you, Cedar? Question mark?
Yeah.
Not meant to be a statement.
Anybody need healing?
I'm okay.
You guys haven't taken too much.
I can
Daryl.
Oh yeah, Daryl has.
Daryl. I'm only
Daryl.
starting to get.
Daryl got Miggled.
So wait, are you still attacking him or?
No.
No,
No.
I snapped out of it.
She's
Okay.
got some fucking apologizing.
I'm gonna move over to this blue
Okay,
one.
I'll give him a level 2 healing word.
Oh yeah, wait. I was gonna
As
say.
a bonus action.
I'm gonna hit him.
Cool. We'll have.
Six-
Yeah.
16.
Wait, actually, I might not be able to. What's the range on healing words?
120?
Oh, it is?
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Let me see.
16 plus 9.
That hits.
All right.
Healing word.
I have the card right here.
is 60 feet.
Okay, then yeah, we're good.
10.
15
damage on the first hit.
That hits. And does damage. He is still alive.
That's a
But barely
5
attack.
plus 5 is 10.
Plus wisdom?
Or
That's
wisdom
a
in
pack.
that.
I can give you guys some extra time. Hold on, just 1 sec. So since we had to pause a couple of times, I'm willing to stay a little longer if you guys don't. Have anything else going on.
Well, I'm gonna be
Don't
leaving after this encounter
Okay.
because I got work. So.
Alright.
Yeah.
Old dusty trail.
And
Have fun
then
at work.
thanks. I'm gonna do a first level smite on this attack
Okay.
because it hits. So 6, 10, 15, 19. That's 4 rolls.
Okay.
So, and then 1 more because the
Was the passive?
yeah.
Yeah.
2. So 17 plus 5. That'd be 22.
22.
22 damage.
He's still alive, still bloody, and grievously wounded as you stab him twice with the sun sword.
Mm-hmm.
That it for you?
That's all for me. Yeah.
Cool. Farro Evenwood at the top of the round.
So
We've been given the green light to kill Boss Man. I'm going to disengage from these two again.
Good
Wait,
plan.
what about killing
Ultimate-
Boss Man?
You said it was okay to kill him, right?
We'll just knock him unconscious.
I mean, he fell anyway.
How
so.
long has it been since I fell through the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been his turn?
Oh, it's not his turn yet.
No.
So, like,
What?
into the darkness portal, like, how long have we been
Oh,
under here? Like, 3 hours?
Yeah,
Are you in?
barely.
So I'll finish it.
I've just been power moving
I have
those
5
two.
hours
like,
on Death Ward.
So
Even
Adam,
if you kill
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's fine.
You're just like,
You're not important.
we'll just pull you out.
yeah. Actually,
I did
one
think about
action
that
if
when
it
I
does
was
get to my
telling
turn.
you to kill me.
If he tries to run away into the portal, I want to cast a hold person.
Oh, okay.
It's a channel divinity.
Cool.
18 on wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, Deston.
So, Mr. Evenwood, see you later, brother.
Yes, actually.
Any attacks you'd like to do?
I am dumping all 4 attacks on Boss Man.
Cool.
However, the 4th attack is going to be non-lethal, just in case.
Wonderful.
Maybe the 3rd one as well?
Nah.
'Cause oh, okay.
Nah.
Nah.
The lowest is a 16 to hit.
That hits. Do the first one for me, just one at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just so I can, because there's going to be a break point here in a second.
Roll 14. No. 23.
So his hit point total is now passed below his subdual damage total. So on your first attack, sort of strikes through his neck and he falls unconscious as he's plunging towards the ground. So once it hits his turn, he'll hit the ground. Take a little damage, but you said 20 something?
23.
23, cool.
It only
So
took 1 attack.
that is, yep. So he is now unconscious, falling towards the ground. He is grievously wounded, though. The ground might do the trick. But
shit.
you have 3 attacks left. If you'd like to spend them on someone else,
I shall.
besides Mr. Drow Captain.
These 2 have got hit. I'm going to finally divert my attention to the 2.
What's the damage on the arrow? Just out of curiosity. The die.
2d8 per attack.
Oh damn, that's a lot of.
Can you cast Healing Word as a reaction?
Yes, you can.
14 damage on.
No,
the
that's spare the
axe-
dying is reaction.
Okay.
14
Oh,
damage.
can I
On
cast?
axe play.
Can I reaction spare the dying him?
Yeah,
The undying.
to stabilize if he's at 0.
Well, he's about to fall and hit.
Yeah, but he's not at 0. He's just unconscious right now. But you could spare to dying him if he landed.
Okay.
And then you use your action then.
Okay.
You said 20 what? Sorry. The first attack?
First one is 23.
23. Cool. He is mortally wounded, sort of clutching a gaping gash at his side. You'd think that not much more would finish him off, but it's up to you.
That's this one, right?
The one with the axe.
That one. Excellent. I will launch my 3rd attack on same one.
Cool.
21 damage.
That kills him. Any way you want to do it?
He's not the one that called me trash, so no.
No. That was one of the arrows.
Then I didn't roll a 4th attack, so I shall now.
Okay. Yes, that was only 2.
That one does not hit.
Okay.
For once.
Flies past you, sort of like, arrow. What are you doing? Come on. Got this, guys. Miggle, you are up.
Which one looks worse?
That one looks way worse than the arrow one. He's sort of cowering. He's like trembling in fear.
I'll go after the arrow one.
Okay.
Okay. So I say, sorry, Daryl. I go over there.
That's not gonna do it for me.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack recklessly.
3 times.
Yeah.
So just 60
So just do 2 at a time. It's hard to...
60 twice.
Okay.
Natural 20 on the first
20.
one.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Hits a lot on the second one. 26.
I'll buy that for $1.
And a 24.
Those all hit.
Okay.
So the first one, let's do the crit
That's
first.
Robocop, right? I'd buy that for $1.
So that's going to be
I think it's
60.
yeah, I thought it was
I've been
like
saying that for forever.
Oh
No
yeah,
idea.
I think that's where it's originally. It's like supposed to be some stupid, really annoying show, like within the context. Being like, I'll buy that for $1.
Because you roll, you got a
All
natural
I can think
20.
of is Mammers.
So you can roll. You can either
fucking
do 3d4
I know.
and double the
I
total you
gotta
get, or
help
roll
them.
64.
Technically.
But more dice being rolled
Over
seems
there.
more fun.
Yeah.
Like very slightly
More
slow, almost.
Yeah, did I show you his Firbolg?
Yeah.
Tech straight up stole his
definitely.
character.
Yeah, I remember it. I love it though.
7 plus 11.
Hey, Firbolg's gonna have similar mannerisms.
No, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 14 plus
I'm planning on imitating
6.
Peter's accent
Yeah.
poorly
Plus 6.
to do
It's
other
20
Firbolgs.
damage.
That's good.
Now
That's
let's
good.
roll the next two
I like it.
So I'll hold the 20.
Alright.
That is
What, this?
So you'll do another 3d4.
Out of each.
Yeah, because I'm holding the 20.
Okay. Mm-hmm. One, the little one.
Those are the magic.
1, 2, and 3. Alright, 6.
Plus 6 to 12.
Plus
That's
12.
32.
Good God.
1, 3, plus 6, 9.
So
41.
41. You made a big number.
Nice.
Holy fucking shit.
That is a big ass
number.
number.
Does that feel good to do a big
Yeah.
number?
Yeah.
I
You
Yeah.
think I
want
didn't
this
do
guy.
that to you.
Yeah.
You sort of, so you draw back, and as you're running, you do kind of a drive-by slam of this guy. We'll just say for the purpose of RP, it was just one attack
Okay.
with the power of all 3. And you hear ribs cracking, and you see the whole side of his front just buckle in, where it's instead of facing out, it's now facing in. He is grievously wounded,
Down.
sort of wobbling on his feet very, very slightly.
Alright.
It's nice to have a barbarian back in the party.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. This guy is blinded, so he's gonna shoot. If blinded and can't. Oh yeah. So it pulls a small crossbow from a holster at its side and fires it down here where it just glances off the stone and does nothing because he completely fails his attack roll. He also falls 20 feet.
Whoa.
Taking 7 damage, which is enough to turn him unconscious, as he is dying.
I will. That was the guy who fell?
Yeah.
I will spare the dying.
Cool. He is at a cool 0 hit points. Breathing but unconscious. It is your turn.
My turn?
Yes. Actually, yeah, since there's one left, we'll stay in initiative until you kill it. Someone kills it.
Which one is left?
Ghost. The arrow.
Is this guy still here?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy too, yeah.
Okay.
Surprised he still has health. I feel like he's been beat up this entire fight.
You know what?
Yeah, the blue lizard one
will,
just sort of dodged a lot of attacking. It's very strange.
I will firebolt this one.
Ah, splendid idea.
Look at Daryl bringing
Shit.
out the hot fire.
11 to hit.
Oh, that does not hit, unfortunately.
So I go for I'm feeling
yeah.
confident since I did
Nice.
so well in the first one.
Yeah, so you're just like,
So
I got this.
I did a little cow.
And it just flies wide,
Yeah.
slams into the wall, leaving a scorch mark.
All right, and then I'll bonus action healing word myself.
Cool. Mr. Joy.
Alrighty.
Time for you to do lots of dice.
Yes. Oh boy. So this guy is alive. Is he quite hurt?
Quite.
All right. So what to do about this? Has he already gone this turn?
No, he's gonna go after Ghost, who's after you.
Okay. I'm gonna leave him in the hands of Ghost, and I'm gonna. Can I dash from here to here? Let's see. I got that haste
15,
bow.
20, 25, 30, 35.
You're still hasted.
40,
So
Yeah.
45?
Yeah. So I'm gonna over here,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna give this guy a good chopping. Where is
The
it?
choppy chop.
No, I'm just gonna do the triple 3d8s. Not 3d8s, d20s. Yeah, I think those
Those
all
probably
hit.
all hit.
Plus 12.
Knowing
so-
what I know about your bonuses.
Oh god, they're pretty crazy. All right, and then I'll just roll a whole bunch of d6s. You wouldn't mind. Wait, I have one right here. I didn't need to steal another one for you, even though I did. Actually, I do need it. I lied. This is what I do.
The
man.
audacity.
No, I'm rolling here. Alright, roll this. Those are some very high rolls. This would be plus 24. So that's 8, 11, 19, plus 12 is 19 plus 12. That's 31. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had 3
Then-
hit points.
Okay.
I mean, I realize you get some joy out of doing this, so feel free
I know,
not to stop.
no. You know what? The first
Even after
attack
he's
been killed.
unconscious, it's just like.
Yeah, just keep
You
hitting it.
killed
Yeah.
a baby with an ICBM.
I seriously did.
I was like, if you want to keep adding it up, because big
No,
numbers are fun, like, feel free.
they are, but I don't want to waste people's time. All right, then I'm gonna pull out my little baby crossbow, and I'm gonna aim it right at him. Actually, wait, I only have 35. I have 25 feet of movement. I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go and
Just slam his
yeah.
head off.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
Doop,
Peace.
doop, doop, doop.
I'm gonna move. I think I can move like right here.
This guy just blinked
Yeah,
in
sure.
and stole your kill.
I
and
know. I'm
left.
an
What do you have left?
ass. He only had 3 left.
No, you-
25.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's 25, right?
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right, then from here, I'm gonna pull out my little baby crossbow, but I'm gonna do a big.
Big divine smile.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I'm gonna do 2 of those. That's a plus 7 since it's proficient plus.
So you have to,
Okay,
wait, if it's a
cool.
crossbow, do you have to load it? Or...
That's a
Yeah, you
question.
would.
Okay.
As a bonus.
I said I
for
have a
hand
bonus
crossbow?
action.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do it.
Yeah.
So can I only get 1 attack off then?
Yeah, you would have to load it.
Okay.
And then fire.
And I will only do 1 with the smite. Boop. Whoops. Okay. Well, that's not gonna happen. I can't lucky roll nat ones, can I?
Yeah, you
you
can
go.
lucky before
Cool.
you know the outcome of the
Yeah.
roll.
All right.
See, yeah, in our game, I ruled opposite because, like, that one always fails, so you always know you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's plus 6, so
I get
18.
I get where you're coming from on that one, for sure.
At
But
once.
mainly
What's
just
that,
because...
sorry?
Yeah,
18?
that was crazy.
Yes.
Mainly just because everybody in that group took
Yeah.
lucky and I wanted to work it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I completely agree with that assessment. All right, so I'm gonna add a 3d8 on that. It's a 2d8 plus the 1d8 from the tier 1 smite, and that is that damage plus it's 1d6 for a crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, D4 actually.
Oh, d4. Okay.
For the hand crossbow?
Yeah, hand crossbow.
yeah,
All right, d4 plus 3, I think, or 2. So 4.
So it's a D6 that one.
Okay.
Sorry, I was like, oh, all these guys are hand crossbows. I can just look.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, let's do that.
1 plus 9 plus 2 is 12. So 12.
So 12 damage. He is barely hanging on to life. He's sort of your hand crossbow bolt, just adding to the dog pile of injuries that this drow's taken. It's quaking before Mephistopheles, and the wounds are just gushing blood. He's certainly not long for this world. And it is Ghost's turn.
I'll shoot him once, and if it's not enough, I'll shoot him again.
Cool.
That is a 15 to hit.
That will hit it, I think.
Will hit it?
No, he is an AC of 18.
God damn it. Same number.
One-
Nope.
No.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I'm still on blink, so I don't blink.
Cool. No second attack?
That was my second attack.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Both miss.
It's his turn. He's stunned that he's still alive, frankly. As stunned as I am. And he has disadvantage on his attack roll, but will still attack Cedar, being within melee range.
Come on.
Nat 1.
Okay.
And he's got a second attack.
That one.
Oh, actually, it's decent. That is 15 plus 7, I believe, so that is 23 to hit.
Son of a bitch hit. Son of a bitch hits. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Gotcha a little bit. Then he
Hey,
takes...
does he have less than 2 health left?
No.
I just realized
He has 8.
Okay, never mind then.
Daryl's dead.
5, 7, 8, 9. And so you take 4 piercing damage as one of his short swords pokes you in the side. And then you also take 5, 8 poison damage.
Can I absorb elements that I might just be thinking of acid
Remember,
damage, but
yeah. I know it's elemental that you can.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Oh,
poison.
no, it's poison.
There's-
But you can look it up.
The poison element.
Yeah.
yeah, it's acid, not poison. So yeah.
Rats.
It is your turn, however.
My turn.
Yeah.
Kill him.
You son of a bitch!
Or a concentration check.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, for me.
Yeah,
Oh.
DC 10.
Wow.
No, DC 12, actually. No, 11. Because that's half of his 22 damage.
If only I was within this range.
I know.
No.
Oh, that's 3 plus
It breaks your
3 is 6.
It breaks your concentration.
This fucking asshole.
Blast him.
Get the good old primal savagery.
Exactly. You know what I'm doing.
When in doubt.
Woohoo!
Just bite him.
Potty room real quick.
Cool.
Our luck hits his turn.
12, because this guy's an asshole.
12 damage? 12 to hit.
12 to hit.
No, his AC is 18.
Finally, after all this time, we start
Blink
rolling
dogs?
poorly.
Fight. It
Ah,
would
God,
just
this
annoying
I'm
fight
so
one.
pissed that he broke my
I
concentration.
was
That's
just
so
that I was
annoying.
like blink dogs. That would suck.
Fair Evenwood,
We
top
still
of the round.
crush this.
Please
Top of
kill
the
us.
round to you,
I know, but I just
Farro.
really wanted to just like,
I'm moving in a little
Yeah.
closer. Let's
Like-
see, from there.
yeah,
30.
just take the bug.
Use my bonus action to get a little closer with dash.
Ah, yeah. Gonna get you in melee range or not?
Kill him,
Lots of
Farro.
bodies on the floor. You want some money?
All 4 attacks are being dumped on him.
Cool.
No
The
mercy.
only one that's standing.
No mercy.
Zero mercy
You
at
get a
all.
head
I'm
start.
using
There's only one guy
my
on top
inspiration.
and one guy who's
Cool.
about to be dead, so before we all get to go,
The
you can
lowest
start
number
very stealthily.
is a spooky 20.
The spooky 20 hits.
Okay, and then everything else hits.
Cool. He has 8 hit points left. Let's see if you can roll more than 8 dice.
What's your minimum? Your
You would get sneak attack because Cedar is threatening him.
Yeah, he's dead.
I think that's.
No, I mean we
I
can
just
do.
rolled
Let's do the big numbers.
Yeah.
Big numbers
I'm
can
gonna
be
roll it
fun.
anyway.
Big numbers can be entertaining.
Before the arrow impacts, though, I'm gonna grab my
At this
throat.
point, for Farro,
And
small
be like-
numbers are more entertaining.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Be like, because the other one called me trash,
Mhm.
your race are less than human.
Ooh.
Well, now you're no
Don't
better than the
provoke
one who called you trash.
You're just taking the ethnic superiority card.
You lost the moral high ground there, bud.
Farro kills people for fun.
Yeah.
There is no moral ground for him.
He pretends there.
So,
Whereas I'm just like, it's over, Farro. I have the high ground.
Here, leaps over him. Gets 4 attacks of opportunity for some reason.
Just primal savagery, tear off 3 of his limbs with one claw.
Yeah.
An even 60.
An even 60. Congratulations. How do you want to do it? You lift him up into the air a little bit.
He is
And then just
filled to death.
Let
Ear
the
to ear.
arrow of
He is
vision.
very.
Yeah. Just ear to ear, temple to
You saw
temple.
that guy and you're like, man,
Sort
he's
of
so.
collapses in a spray of blood as you drop him from your fist. So we're out of combat. There's an unconscious captain who can be finished off at your leisure.
I'm
Can
gonna
I go through their pockets?
Yeah, I'm late now.
Oh.
Before I join you in looting,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna cut off his other hand.
The dead guy?
Yes. Or the
It's
unconscious
gonna be
guy.
a thing for you.
Oh, come on, man.
Just for this one.
Why are you doing damage to him? I gotta talk to him first.
Well, I don't want him to cast shit. Or we can tie him up.
Dude, I
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
have
You have hold person.
I have everything.
I feel like
I
if we
have-
cut off his hands, he'll just be
So
angrier and
mad
not
that you
want
guys killed the spellcaster. There's so many fun spells.
Oh,
Sorry. So,
Alright, I'm not gonna cut off his hand. Instead, I'm gonna
Okay.
walk over and pick up my new whip.
got your new whip from the dealership. Yeah. So you now have a whip. I'll give you some stats on it if you like.
Yee!
It's got reach 10 feet.
Yes.
That's good.
You can target one target. The hit is 1d4 plus strength. Plus proficiency if you're proficient, slashing damage. It's also poison. Weaves poison. from its
Basically,
tip.
you're good at if you
does,
pick up a weapon that like can be used to cut people.
It does
or, like, bash
4d6s of
like
poison
you're not good
damage.
at cross. You're like,
gonna have you
okay
send
at
that to
some
me.
bows
Okay.
and like some
And then
crossbows.
I am going to assist Miggle in looting these bodies.
Some
Cool.
things
boy.
up, you're good at
Because
it.
it's in my blood.
So, boss,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little something.
Cool. While
Boss.
you're thinking about that.
No, I'm not thinking about it. I have it
Every
ready to go.
okay. Every drow has a short sword. Actually, two. A few have shields. Most are wearing chainmail that's either dented or cut in places, cut by arrows in many cases. And the I think the spellcaster's book pages. If you
Yes.
sort of glance at one of them, they filled with eldritch symbols, things that you could assemble to do more research on eldritch spells.
Okay, I'll pick them up.
If those are things that interest you. Do you search the captain as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's carrying, besides the whip, a scimitar and a hand crossbow. Oh, they all have hand crossbows on them if you guys want any.
If nobody did already, I would like to detect magic.
Cool. Your magical.
Yeah. You can use the scimitar.
So you move your arms in familiar motion to activate your racial ability, and the circle hanging in the sky, which is obviously of magical origin, is wreathed in the threads of transmutation, whatever transportation, whatever school a transportation gate spell would be.
I see.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to identify given the context as gate. The other.
Gate? That's the
yeah.
spell?
Yeah, that's hanging out right there.
Then we just know that.
Yeah, I
Just
did
need
at
to-
least.
Just by
That's
examining the.
appears they have a gate open up there.
Huh.
You want me to take care of it?
I would love that, as I cannot dispel magic. Continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. So Daryl, what are the things you would like to do?
Well, the guy's still unconscious, and we already Cedar got the information I would need out of this guy, so I don't need to do anything for him. So I'm just gonna try and dispel the gate.
Cool.
I'm gonna try it multiple times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 chances
Awesome.
to beat, I guess, a 19.
Yes.
Okay. Plus my spellcasting ability,
Easy.
or is that just my
I believe so. Yes.
so just my wisdom score?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to get a 15 or higher. So here we're gonna start with the 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
And it's a 15.
All right. There you go. There you go. So you wave your arm through the air, and sort of holy light shines on this black rippling sphere, or black rippling circle, and you focus your energy even more, and the holy light just begins to wisp away this gate into shadow, and in a moment it's gone.
I'm feeling super proud because I've never
Get that
done
shit out
anything
of
like I've never dispelled anything that fucking powerful.
Damn.
Has anyone tied up the
I don't
the
think
big
we've
guy
cut him
yet?
up
I'm gonna take out my rope and start tying him.
Cool.
Can I take
He's
the scimitar?
unconscious. Yeah, you can. Feel free.
Do we have any
Uh,
room still?
What's that?
Wait, yeah we do.
I want to figure out
Yeah.
what's dealing
Who
with
sent
it.
you?
I don't know.
I will not tell you anything.
Did the scimitar?
So
That's
yeah, you
basically
tie him
what
easily
Yeah.
since
You
he's
can whip it.
unconscious.
Scimitar
until he
magic
tells
or
us.
anything?
Oh.
There's
Oh,
no
it's
way
poisoned though.
there's no
so
way these
But you can throw it.
I'll put him on a timer.
Oh, poison.
Poison.
May as
pretty
well
simple.
ask them if they know
46s
frogs.
extra of poison damage.
That's a lot.
46.
That's the same on my
from
whip.
From the captain, the regular ones
So what was
The captain's one is a little better than the normal scimitars, which only do. Oh no, they do 4. Oh, that's the wrong creature.
I might take that if it's. Oh, then I just do more damage than mine.
It's the right. Sorry.
I'm gonna start whipping people.
Just because I haven't seen you use it. You know you have the helmet, right?
And his reach at 10
Oh yeah,
feet.
I haven't really needed it. Felt an urge to use it yet.
Okay, there was just
Well,
that
it's
one
only
part
3d6
early in the
of
beginning where you
poison
could have
damage.
fireballed and.
So 3d6 for poison, and then what is the other damage?
1d4.
I figured you were aware. But
Yeah, I have
1d6
D6 of slashing.
And what? And,
Sorry, what was it? The
is it a
or what was
strength
the slashing?
or a dex weapon?
D6. Easy. What's
is
that?
Is it a strength weapon?
I do not believe it is I don't know if it's versatile.
Is
It
the
might be.
whip versatile?
I think it's straight. I don't know. You can look in the. Should be whip. Anything you'd like to do? The Drow captain continues to be unconscious. He'll take an hour or so to recover his first hit point.
I'm looking over the spell sheets.
Oh, wait.
Some weapons would be this. What's that?
I just realized it's time for me to take my Advil and stuff.
Scimitar is not versatile.
Oh, scimitars are not versatile, so that'd be strength.
Like,
Yeah, so she's got plus 5. Okay. But
Oh,
if it
wait,
was,
your whips are not versatile either.
but if it was a finesse weapon, she would have to use dex.
I'm not very strong. Is it finesse?
Did you take
Yeah.
Advil without eating
The
a
whip?
whole lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
That's gonna destroy
Okay,
it.
so the gate is gone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you
The
can
gate
do it
is
up,
gone.
That
Indeed.
That causes bad mojo.
So
And the crack is under Farrow's character.
Ah!
that's
15
that's
feet
the
wide.
crack that got
Yep.
opened.
Correct.
But now you know.
Can we
Okay,
take a
I think
short
we have some
rest?
questions. I
That's
think
a
we have
good
some
idea.
questions that we want to get answered, right?
Are we gonna just wake him up?
Yeah,
No,
we can try
first
that.
I'm going to cast Bestow Curse on him.
Oh.
Oh.
Assuming he auto fails the save.
Hopefully.
I'm assuming since he's
Yeah.
unconscious. Yeah.
And I cast it at
Wait. He still has Hex on him, right?
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
disadvantage
I'll
on
cast
all,
it on him at
on all
4th
charisma
level.
ability checks.
Cool.
I cast it on him at fourth level, which gives me 10 minutes of
Check how
Bestow
long that
Curse on
lasts
him.
for.
Okay.
And I'm choosing Wisdom to be his stat that he has disadvantage on saving throws.
Cool.
Whenever I imagine Daryl casting a ritual spell, I just imagine.
It's not a
him-
ritual.
Oh.
This is just blah, 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 blah.
Okay, I just
It
imagine
lasts
like
for an hour. Holy shit.
fucking Tibetan throat singing, like just the whole ritual.
Because it does like
I
well,
was
no
expecting,
ritual is
was
like
expecting
placing
Hex to be, like,
things
something
and moving them
different.
around and reading. So I imagine it's like what's his name? No Country for Old Men.
Oh.
Tommy
Tommy Jones. Tom Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. I imagine him reading the news.
Yeah, that too. I love that movie.
So now he has disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws. I'm going to dump a healing word into him to wake him up. He gets a D4. He gets a D4, and then right after he's up, I'm gonna cast Suggestion on him.
Ooh.
So he is up to 8 health points,
Cool. And then he has disadvantage on his wisdom save.
and he has to beat a 16. And I'm telling him, you're going to tell us everything we want to know, and you're going to be very helpful. Otherwise, these people are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, he rolled not very much. Like a 10.
He's also tied up.
Yeah.
Wait, do you want to zone a true for this?
I'd
I mean, he has
have to long rest to prepare it.
He can send a truth.
I can drop down a zone of true.
Fucking
Jesus Christ.
He
This guy
doesn't-
he has disadvantage
He doesn't have
on
disadvantage on his
charisma.
charisma save.
Disadvantage on
Yes, he
charisma,
does, right?
On
Dexterity,
all of
perhaps.
his abilities.
Yeah, the charisma, yeah.
But are they saving throws?
No, all his abilities for charisma. All of
okay.
Any
them.
check for charisma.
Yeah, any
Okay.
check. Any
All
charisma
right.
check.
Disadvantage.
All right, then I'm gonna
Yep.
wag
You rolled
my
a 3 or
finger.
4.
This guy is just so fucked.
He really will tell
Like,
us every.
he
all
got
the
knocked
secrets.
unconscious,
Yeah.
then he woke up feeling sick, then he got charmed, and now he's forced to tell the truth.
Under 2 separate curses.
Yeah, like this guy is.
Fuck.
We know all of his
Okay,
secrets.
we just like
We know
CIA
everything.
injected him with like
Yeah,
fucking
truth
truth
serum.
serum.
Yeah.
Like, but also LSD at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he sort of he sits up. And, what is this? Who are you? What? What was that?
I suggestion
what did you
that
do?
I put a voice in his head that he's gonna do whatever we ask of him, and he's forced to tell the truth.
Whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I
pray to no gods.
Well, that's probably
That's-
why
that's
Aaron's-
obvious,
Oh, wait,
dude.
that's wrong joy.
Daryl. We're the Tide Squad.
That is a really stupid name.
You're a stupid name.
It's your name.
I will never tell you.
His name is Todd.
I unarmed strike him for 1 point of damage.
We gotta
He's
eat it.
down to 7 HP.
Daryl, get back.
I hit him. He heals one.
What were you trying to bring through? What did you bring through? What is the crack in the wall?
So many questions.
That is a lot. Can you repeat the first question, please?
What were you trying to bring through?
My family. My God, why am I telling you this?
You have no choice.
Shut up. Why are you doing this to me?
Causing inconvenience to
Because
us.
there was explosions and death, and you were the cause.
Why are you guys doing this to us?
Yeah.
The other races do not matter. They are beneath us. Your casualties mean nothing to
I
me.
want to unarmed strike him again.
Alright, he's down to
Fuck up
6.
with that racist shit.
Alright, be careful, guys. He's at 6.
We only have 6 more times.
You can only do this 17 more times.
I hit him so he heals one.
Hit him with a cure light. Damn it.
No, because I have -1. Does he heal?
What?
No,
I'm
it's just
kidding.
0.
Oh, no.
It's
It's just
1
0.
plus
Okay,
his strength.
got you.
We should just have
I have
Ghost hit him.
-2, so I heal him.
This is mildly annoying. Can you hit me but do no damage?
Cure
You
Light
want
is
it
a
to hurt?
Pathfinder thing.
What's that?
Cure Light is a Pathfinder
Is
thing.
it? Well,
Oh,
what
shit.
is it in D&D? Cure Minor?
It's just cure wounds.
Heroes is right.
Got it.
It's a big spell. It's a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm forced by this magic to remind you that you asked me other questions earlier.
Yes.
And I feel compelled to answer them, but I
How
can't
much
remember
of
what
your
they
family was brought through?
are. As much strength as we could muster without compromising our house and our home.
But that didn't go well because they're all dead here.
There were more of us
Where'd they go?
in the crack, dumb shit.
Do they all
That's
know how to
fair.
make a gate to this world?
No, she was the only one who could do that.
Let's make sure she's double ultra dead.
Yeah. I kick her body.
I took out both her hands.
Yeah.
Like, she can't cast shit anyway.
Yeah, she is very dead.
Let me ask you. You said you praise no gods, but we heard a prayer to Lolth. Is
Lolth
there-
is a demon, you fool. She is.
I'm not super familiar with the Drow, if I'm being honest.
How could you not have heard of us?
We have a very interesting history.
Oh,
You guys are very low key. We don't hear much about you guys.
yeah, I'm more of a forest guy rather than a miner.
Since you inhabit a worthless place, I understand why you've never heard of us. Now,
Fuck
could you please
you.
kill me and get this over with?
I really
No,
want to.
no,
Not-
that'd be too easy. You know, unfortunately for you, I normally would kill you or I'd have you locked away, but unfortunately for you, you've met me when I'm having a really bad day.
Do it, motherfucker.
Can I have a spell that I normally don't have prepared? Just prepared so I can fucking do this one thing?
No.
Okay.
You got Firbolg, they can't trip, so.
Yeah, no,
I'm tempted to hit him with his own whip.
I'll just primal.
what do they want to do when they're through the crack? That's all I want to know.
We are on a rescue mission. Sort of. It's hard to describe because we're just sort of re-kidnapping someone.
Who are you re-kidnapping?
We are the top squad.
I don't know if you have this word in your culture, but jinx.
Oh yes, that actually came from the Firbolgs.
He owes you a soda.
Yes.
That's
You
not what happened,
you
told
owe him
me.
a sota now because you
Ooh.
spoke before him.
Oh, I thought we were beneath
Sorry.
you and you didn't understand our customs.
No,
and
that
cultures.
is this is our custom.
Oh.
I don't know.
This all
what
got
you
very
are
confusing very
speaking
fast.
of. I'm compelled to bring the conversation back to the question at hand, which is I'm not exactly sure who was kidnapped. They don't share this sort of classified information
What a
with
drone.
me.
Who's they?
My mother, of course.
And she's in the crack. Yes.
I suppose yes, if she hasn't died.
Okay.
Is this
Sorry, what's your name?
I am not sure.
What's that? Right.
Her name
that
is
crack.
Looks at smudged writing on hand.
What is your name? While I think about mine.
My name is Daryl Doucet, and you can go fuck yourself.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Why?
Actually, you can't go fuck yourself because your hands are tied.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
don't
am Darast of the house. God, why am I telling you this? The house of Grast. I'm their second-born son. This is a lot of information that I'm sharing with you. I also have siblings. If you'd like to know their names, I guess I would have to tell you.
How many siblings do you have?
There are 6, I think. No, probably 5 now, because I think that's my brother Spotty over there.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been whipping him.
No, I didn't whip. He got killed by some of the bystanders. Some of the chattel that were in this courtyard before we came here.
Yeah,
What was the house name again?
Drast.
The D
With lots of C's and T's. It's very consonant-heavy language. And his house name, I forget what I said.
Wibble wobble.
House of Grast.
Grast, that's right. Also with lots of C's and T's, like 3 C's.
Drast.
Use a consonant or use a vowel.
Drast
Yes.
from House Grast and the Drast.
We all have finding
Drast.
names. It is very annoying to tell the difference between us.
Drats? That's name.
Drast.
Yeah, I'd probably just say Drax.
Dress from the House of Grass.
Hey, Daryl, what do you need to scry on somebody again? Is it just a name?
Yeah,
If we would get their siblings' names, could we scry their siblings?
sure.
I am compelled to remind you that possibly they might be dead, and my mother would be the best one to scry on.
Hey, thanks, Drats.
What's your mother's name?
Her name is Matron. Matron. Damn it. Hold on one moment, please. As I do a quick Google search. Because I didn't expect to have to generate as many names as I had already.
Mama Drats.
You can use the spreadsheet I use.
Vagath, the matron Vagath, the same last name, same family
Jeez.
name as mine.
That's an ugly name.
Vagath.
Vagath.
Vajath.
All
Yes.
these names are very.
Matron, I guess.
I do not know about this spell that you are trying to cast, so I cannot offer any help with casting it.
No, you've done enough, man. That's fine.
I really don't need your help.
Okay. Could you please kill me now? I would very much like to.
Yeah, who wants this one?
I got it.
All right.
I will let you attack, so please just roll your damage, and you don't have, unless you want to try to crit. I suppose you could try.
No, I'm just gonna 10 damage and just rip out his esophagus.
Nice. So with he
Esophagus.
sort of wheezes, blood spurting out of his now open neck, and falls to the side dead.
Gross.
Who knows where that esophagus has been, Cedar?
These drow don't taste very good.
Didn't you have vials?
Yeah,
Like empty vials? Collect the blood. Drow blood.
What the fuck?
For what?
For anything.
Never know. Who knows when you need some drow blood? Better to have it and not need it.
That's true.
than to not
How is
have
everybody holding up physically, by the way?
Doing pretty good.
Dead body raises its hand. I could use some healing.
Yeah, go first.
Shut up, kick him.
What'd you say,
Oh,
guys?
don't do that.
What'd you say, guys?
What?
What'd you say?
What?
Or when I asked if you needed healing.
Oh.
You said-
No, I'm fine.
Okay. What about
I think I got
Daryl?
hit.
What's up?
You need healing still?
Oh wait,
I mean, you can
we
tell me, I'm
still
good.
had
I
Hexblade's
need
curse, so
to
I
heal
actually
12.
heal.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Does anyone approach the crack?
Oh, wait, I forgot
I'm
to add
not-
10 to my heal
I'm
earlier,
gonna
so
enter this
you
crap,
already
but
get
nobody's
10 more
business.
to your heal.
Oh
so
shit,
so
yeah,
you're
I'm
okay.
almost
Just gotta
out of
get your nose
spells.
right in there.
That's okay, I actually got 20.
Oh god. Okay.
So as you approach the towering crack in the wall, it's 15 feet wide at the base with plenty of space for even a large creature to walk through. You hear the sounds.
Fucking hate you.
Hear a
6th level.
hold on. From the crack emanate behind the crack is total pitch blackness. And it's only made more chaotic by the noises that are echoing from within it. Screams of creatures dying, the sound of metal on metal, cheers of joy, shouted commands in nearly every language that you speak, and and you hear steps running back and forth behind this crack. And with that, we'll leave it off for this session.
Yay.